All right. How's it going, guys? I see Goldie and Gamers here. Welcome to the stream, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are having a good Friday. Gonna eat in a little while, but popping in anyways. Awesome. Happy to have you here. Yeah. Shiny Sorlo, welcome. You have bad news? Oh no. What's the bad news? Alright, let's check weather real quick. I don't know what rain does. I don't know what intense sun does. Let's figure this out. I've opened Drifloon's like Sword and Shield data so much. It's just like the first thing that pops up when I type the word Cerebi into Chrome. Alright, North Lake Mylock. Wow, it doesn't show up at all when it rains. Yeah, no, nothing for rain. Interesting. South Lake Mylock with Sandstorm. It's a 5% encounter. That's not what we doing. Watchtower Ruins, Intense Sun. There's a 60% chance. Thank goodness. I was nervous we were going to have like a 5% chance max. Vanillix, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Jesse, welcome. Survived the night. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. You guys just witnessed me like panicking for a second, thinking that we might just not have a good hunting spot today at all. But fortunately we do. We do have a 60% encounter spot over by the Watchtower. Really hope we get the boy today. I hope so too. We're so close to 4096. Despite having charm, disrupting no she good luck. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate it. We need all the luck we can get right now. This hunt has not been our friend. Playing some Roblox. Awesome. Hope that's going well. Remember Floofy and Bitey Boy? I do. Oh no. Is there bad news? Yes, I do remember them. Yeah. See us playing Horizon 5. Yeah, I ended up getting it. But yeah, welcome everyone. Tried making your self-profile picture and it sucks. Nah. It just takes some practice. It just takes some trial and error. And Ash, what's going on? Welcome. There's a new Lumion. Oh, cool. They died. No! I'm so sorry. That's so unfortunate. Alright, guys, let's get going on this. Let's get some encounters rolling. 7 times over odds for this hunt. You better get the shiny soon. I'm not 7 times over, Ash. I know that 512 is the number you see on Cerebi that only applies to Brilliance. We're more like 4 times over, about. And even that's a little bit high. I really honestly don't count the Brilliance, that 512 that much. I just assume we're still 1365. But yeah, we're way over odds. No matter what, we're way over odds. Like it better than 4 in a lot of ways. Similar, but the things they do better in 5. The map's a lot more exciting. It's a lot more varied. I've definitely been enjoying it. I haven't done too much. I beat the Colossus today, like between work and now. But that's about it. That's about all I've done. Got a shiny Igglybuff from the odd egg. At least you can have the whole family shiny and not feel bad about evolving the other two. Nice! Wonder if Cerebi's gonna change his info on the Brilliant Mons. I don't know. I don't know. Cerebi, as much as I use it for like... As much as I use it constantly for a lot of stuff, I feel like they tend to like put their info in once and leave it, you know? I don't know, because like technically their info's not wrong, it's just it only applies to certain Pokemon. So yeah, it's just like, if there were more Brilliant spawning, I would consider that boost a lot more, but just because maybe very high estimate, way high, would be like 5-10% of these are Brilliants. I know the number's way lower than that, so it's like, the fact that you get like a, what, like a 3 times boost basically, for the Brilliance, you don't see them enough for it to matter too much. Cerebi did change it, props them. Oh, they did, okay. Okay, so now they like mentioned that it only applies to the Brilliant Pokemon. Cool. Yeah, so that's the case with this hunt is like only the brilliant Pokemon are that 1 in 512, and we just don't see enough of them for 512 to be the number. So like yeah, averaging the brilliance in, it's probably closer to like 1 in 1100 or something like that. As I said, you could have gotten at least 7 Friend Safari Shinies Masuda. Oh, okay, is that what you said? I mean, yeah, but that's not the same as the odds in this hunt. You could say that for any hunt. Like, you could say with the full odds, it's like you could have gotten 8 shinies in the time that you did 4096, but it's not quite true when that's what the odds are. I get what you're saying. Yeah, if I did another method, I could have been luckier. You're right. They did say Brilliant Mons have the boosted odds. I gotta check the KO method page. Got you. More things around the map, and it doesn't say me. Yeah, very much so. It's brighter. It's brighter. The map's really nice. I've just been having fun playing the game and stuff. Should we download your singing monsters? I don't know what those are. What your encounter for Gathermine 1? I would guess a Roly-Coly. I have a shiny Alolan Meow today. It was a girl student named Bella after your dad's cat who lives with brothers. Aw, that's sweet. They changed the entire shiny page. Really? I guess like it makes a lot more sense now when like. Because I think before, like, the only other time I can really think of them, like, kind of, like, Sarah B not having the, like, right information was when, like, data mines between USUM and Sun and Moon differed, and they, like, didn't change the Sun and Moon page. But, yeah. Shining Squirtle, best of luck, Ash. Hopefully you find it, man. Beer bag, alright, see you in a big gamers. Whole Spearful's line, shiny looks incredible. Cool. Assuming that's Lumion stuff. Man. You guys ever, like, so I got my haircut today. And you guys ever have that, like, experience with your haircut where, like, you get the little tiny bits of hair obviously still left in your hair and, like, you, like, run your hand through it and, like, you almost, like, stab yourself with little tiny bits of hair that are super sharp? I've got that, so, like, it feels like paper cuts on my fingers. Only available for a week, though? Dang, that's intense. But also, guys, thank you to everyone who left a like on the stream already. I really appreciate it. If you haven't, I would really appreciate you leaving a like. Helps out a lot. Hopefully, we can get our stream up to 20 likes today. That's going to be my goal. Little higher than usual, but we've been hitting our goal, so I want to push it. I want to push it a little bit. Sudden isn't here, and but know what he's doing. Yeah, I wonder what he could possibly be doing. Reason was because he started the hunt when she was originally wasn't doing well a few years back, but she's doing fine now. That's great to hear. I'm glad she's doing well. You're gonna lurk now? Alright, Goldie. I got you. One in 40 chance of spawning? Like, for the shiny spawning, or just, like, for the Pokemon spawning to then potentially be shiny? Or not Pokemon, I guess Lumion. Lutag, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Check the stream and you're wearing a striped shirt, which is funny. It's been a while, man. It's been a while. But, yeah. Gotta keep them classics. I did kind of joke about it because I haven't worn one in a while. I decided to today. Basically, the clothes I would have worn on stream, I wore to get a haircut. And, you know, haircut things, they're itchy now. And I got to wash them. So I was like, yeah, I'll throw this on. And it's had a striped shirt. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, a classic stream outfit right there. Gonna go, alright, see you later, Goldie. Because she's a black cat and a little Meowth, a dark type, it fits especially Lotion version. Yeah, true. Very true. Man. 11 encounters and we'll be at 4,000. Crazy. Crazy numbers. genuinely a little bit insane. Almost got 4K, yeah. Almost to 4K, we have the charm, we've done the KOs. So, like, it doesn't really boost our odds that much beyond 1365, but and no matter what, we are 3 times over odds almost. It's really Coley, what do you name it? I don't know, I ran out of names yesterday. Can't even get that quality on YouTube. I should start streaming in 4K now that we've hit 4K encounters, or we're about to hit 4K encounters. It would kill my internet, and it would be worthless because my layouts are 1080. You and Son were playing Horizon some other day. Nice! Wouldn't surprise you still playing. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. It's been fun, and I know he's been really looking forward to it. But we all know what I'm looking forward to, and I assume most of you guys are looking forward to it as well. Guys, we are officially less than a week away from the release of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. It will be next Friday at midnight. I'm so excited. I am so excited. I gotta make all of my preparations and plans and just get everything squared away nice and tidy. No, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really, really looking forward to it. See the shiny hunting data mines? I did not. Did those happen? Without saying, because I'm not sure if I want to hear exactly what it is. I assume I will end up wanting to hear exactly what it is. What was, like, revealed? Was it just odds? Was it odds? Was it, like, styles of hunting? Like, what was the deal? There's a method that's been leaked. Ooh. You gonna play the Gen 4 remakes? Yes. I'm really looking forward to him, Lutag. I'm really, really looking forward to him. You want chat to name the roly-poly? Maybe someone in chat has a name for it. No, yeah, I'm really looking forward to BDSP. But yeah, so Vanillix, what's the? I guess I don't know. I don't know if other people want to hear it. Is the thing, you know? I guess my question would be: is it a previous method returning, or is this a new method? Because I might just look into the data mine later. I don't know, because I know people are going to be shiny hunting before I am. Hey Mel, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Why am I using Quagsire now? So we have Quagsire, because Quagsire has Damp as an ability. Because pretty much the only move Drifloon knows that will do damage to me is Explosion, which will kill itself. So it'll knock itself out. So we're trying to prevent that. So that's why I have Quagsire. Just to sit here, hopefully tank some hits if any actual hits come out, and aside from that, just prevent Explosion from taking it down. Odds method, odds the method, and Charm is confirmed to be in. Nice. It's a new method. Ooh, does it have to do with the underground? Am I right? Is it like the hideaways involved? And we have passed 4,000, guys. Officially over 4,000. Insanity. I can't believe we've actually done this. Won't go into detail just in case people want to wait for release. That's fair. That's very fair. That's fair. I respect that. I'll end up looking up some stuff about it afterwards, I guess. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. I'm going to spend a little bit of this weekend working on getting stream stuff prepped. I would like to be fully set by Wednesday. I don't want to be doing anything really stream related Thursday. As far as prep goes, I legit want everything set up. So I just like Thursday at like 11:30, I leave, go to GameStop. Hopefully. Either way, no matter what, by like end of day Wednesday, I want to be ready. I want to be completely ready to the stream. Have any layout tweaks I wanted to make done. Any kind of stuff like that. Like, everything should be set, like, out by Wednesday. I should be able to like get a leaked copy of the game Wednesday or like on Thursday morning and go for it. So like Thursday really shouldn't be spent doing anything. Don't know what to name it. I don't know. I have no names. I have no names for it. If someone in chat has a name for a roly-coly, give it to Sorlo. And welcome back, Survive the Night. Oh, you see on the Quagsire thing? Yeah. Dwayne the Roxon. Might just have to name it Dwayne. I don't know if that would all fit in the name. Krampus reminds you of the boss in a boy that gives you a lump of coal. What? I think that's just like. I think that's just like a actual mythical thing that was just added to whatever this game is. That's interesting, Goldie. That's cool to know. That's a cool mechanic. Binding of Isaac. Ah. There's like boy. Okay, that makes more sense. It's like boy that gives you a lump of coal sounds like a very weird indie game name, but yeah, Binding of Isaac. Okay. The motivational copy pasta. It's about drive. It's about power. We stay hungry. We devour. Put in the work. Put in the hours. We take what's ours. Woo! The shiny hunting, like, motivational chant. Getting your home missions done. And To the Mons You Need are sword exclusive. RIP. I'm assuming you just have shield. Speaking of Pokemon, I got my Zamazenta card today. Still haven't used my Zacian card because I don't have a like proper shield save to use it in, but got my Zamazenta card so I can actually use that one. Lyrics from a rap song. Face Off by Tech 9. Ah, I see. Did own sword, but you gave that to your friend. Ah, gotcha. Featuring The Rock. I didn't know The Rock was in any kind of rap songs. Alright, so guys, what are y'all's guesses? What are y'all's guesses on when we'll find this Drifloon? Should we name it Dwayne? Go for Dwayne. I say Dwayne's a good name. But yeah, what are you guys' guesses for the number of encounters it'll actually take to find this shiny? Because at this point we're coming close to full odds. Yeah, not just the odds with the charm or anything like that. Just true full odds. Since you need your friend for the other mons, you're just gonna make a competitive team. There you go. I've only ever built like one actual competitive team. I didn't. Any other competitive teams I've built just in Showdown? Guess it's 4069. So not quite 4096. We'll find it before odds. Just by a little bit though. Pokédex Century evolving by stone, Pokemon of a single line, anything at this point. Oh, for theme teams? Yeah, I have no suggestions there. I've got nothing. Yeah, that's a little bit much in terms of spamminess, Goldie. I wrote some down. All right, cool. Let us know what you do. Oh, I forgot. I don't actually have this shuffled, do I? Yeah, there we go. Hey, what's going on, John the Pikachu? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today. Full Pokemon Unite team, Gmax Pokemon team, Ponta Evo team, Pokedex number 4 team, or a full animal team. Those are interesting. Interesting concepts there, like those feel like pretty unusual kind of styles, ways to build teams. Alright, brilliant Drifloon? Nope. Nope. Still no luck there. Yeah, so anyone got anything exciting planned for the weekend? For me, I know, like, I don't have anything, like, planned solid yet. Right now, I think there's a few things I'm doing, but they're not, like, you know, whole day kind of things. And then there's, like, some things I'm hoping to be able to do, but I'm not sure if they'll happen. And obviously, like, if there's anything I need to get done over a weekend, I have to do it now, because, like, the next 2 weekends after this are, already taken up with other other plans. Obviously, we've got the obvious one there with the new Pokemon games. So yeah, anyone got anything exciting planned in this last weekend before the new Pokemon games? If you get the Japanese version, can you still get the early purchase bonuses? I think so. I think most of those are global bonuses. I'm not sure. Because, yeah, I've only ever seen, like, the like, English copies of those forms. I don't know if the Japanese bonuses are different. Because, yeah, I mean, assuming, like, they're the same everywhere, yes. Because, like, the early purchase bonuses are, like, aren't, like, for pre-orders. They're just, like, you know, anyone who opens the game before the end of January, I think. Like, you could wait and get BDSP at the same time you got Legends Arceus, like, after that's out, and you would still get the bonuses. Won't play Unite on the weekends, but on the day BDSP comes out, you'll play that in the morning for Decidueye. And then play BDSP once you go and get it. Nice. You want the platinum outfits? Ah, I got you. Hey, what's going on, Spartan? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Yeah, so I think everything... I think all the early purchase bonuses are just like... If they're global, yeah, you'll get them. I would imagine they're global. Otherwise, there's some different ones with the Japanese version. But I think... I mean, it should be linked to your... it should end up linked back to your, like, Nintendo account, if anything. Because I feel like the games themselves are just like the only difference at all would be maybe what language it defaults to before you set a language, but I'm pretty sure that's like determined by your system settings. So yeah, I'm pretty sure like the cartridge that goes in is like the same cartridge pretty much everywhere, just with a different sticker on it. Hey Spartan, what's up? Can you hear me? Is the stream incredibly delayed? I feel like it is. I feel like a lot of the responses I've seen today are like people have repeated message questions after I've said them and then responded, so I don't know. Like, I'm saying this at 7:32. Are you guys seeing it also at whatever hour, 32 minutes, or is it like several minutes delayed? Because it feels several minutes delayed. Like, it really feels like there's like an incredible delay on the stream today. For you, it's just a regular 2-second delay, but that comes with it. Oh yeah, and I mean like a 2 or 3 second delay is like normal. I just felt like there were some things I had been, it's like for the past like probably about 20 minutes of the stream, it's felt like for the first little bit like there was a lot of response immediately, but then like it felt like after that like if it's just one person, it's like I know that happens, but it was like several different people were responding like consistently the same amount of time, like awkwardly delayed. And I was like, I feel like I must be, like, something must be funky with the stream then. But I guess not. So, alright, cool. Excuse me. Trying to run around and when like they clip into each other. Platinum outfits are hype. The only I forgot those were a thing. The only like early purchase bonus I remember or like have thought about really is the Manaphy egg. Because like that's obviously like the Manaphy egg is the one I am the most interested in and the most curious about. So I think despite all the leaks that have happened, I don't think anyone quite knows what the deal is going to be with the Manaphy egg. Because I mean, I feel like that one's easy to kind of miss the data mine since it's going to be getting pulled in by Mystery Gift. So it'll be interesting to see the mechanics, like the specific mechanics of the mystery egg, just given the fact that there is a little bit of uncertainty there. No full weather wearing this the whole game. I did see, excuse me. I did see a couple like screenshots that have been posted with various Pokemon like following, and the thing I noticed the most, like aside from the thing they were trying to point out with the following Pokemon, The thing I noticed the most was some of the new outfits. They're really interesting. I don't know if I'll wear them, but they did look really interesting. I kind of feel like I want that classic Sinnoh feel. First time through, at least. Like I might just keep like the standard outfit on until the end of the story at the very least. I'm not sure. Same kind of deal as what I did with Sword and Shield. I didn't play Sword and Shield on stream to really show it, but for the most part, like I did all of the story and a lot of my like Dex completion in like the original clothing and like look, and didn't customize the character until way later. And I might do the same thing. I'm always boring about the customizations. I feel like you guys know that. It doesn't help that like, especially in like Sun and Moon, I changed the hairstyle and that was it. And like, it honestly wasn't like out of a lack of interest in customizing the character, but it's like, alright, I made it look just like me. Like, I looked like the generic character with a slightly different haircut that was available in the game, and that's what I went with. Platinum outfits have the classic feel though. That's fair. The platinum outfits, that's fair. But like, just in general, like it seems like there's gonna be a lot of different outfits. And like those, I don't know if I'd change into until later on, and it would depend on how I feel between the platinum and classic outfits. Which I know, yeah, you can say platinum or classic, but I mean like the ones that are in Diamond and Pearl. The more classics. Alright guys, like 25 encounters left before we pass like full odds on this. At no point did I expect Drifloon to be the Pokemon that would take this long. Drifloon and I have usually had a pretty, like, decent history. The music. Yeah, so we were talking on stream. If you had been there, Vanillix, I know what you would have said. But we were talking on stream yesterday, and I was kind of asking chat like what their thoughts were as far as like sound for playing through the games and like for the first few streams. And I was kind of deciding like, do I play like stream music or do I play like game music? And obviously the consensus ended up being, for me at least, the consensus was like definitely play the story with the like game music on, and then like if we start doing some shiny hunting, maybe switch it then, or switch it during like Dex completion depending on the situation there. Just because I imagine it'll get really repetitive really fast, depending on what's going on. So play the exact. Like I said, Vinix, I knew what you were gonna say. I knew what you were gonna say. It never gets old. We'll see 1,000 hours in. We'll see. Just again, as far as like, we've stopped using the music in Let's Go. We stopped using the music in various other games just because it is a lot to listen to the same soundtrack literally the whole time. So like, there are reasons to put on background music of a different sort. Mostly when it comes to the shiny hunting side of it and the Dex completion side. Just when you're spending hours on a single route and it's like the tune's only like 5 minutes long, you don't need to hear it 7 times or something like that, like all the way through. Like, we can make it get old. Trust me, we can make it get old. Come on. So yeah, the Dust Skulls are really aggressive in chasing you down sometimes. Ugh. Hey, welcome back, Goldie. How's it going? People are complaining about basically no platinum content when it's an M Pearl remake and not platinum. People just always have something to complain about. Same way that people complained about the fact that, like, how dare they, like, let us down, and, you know, how dare they kind of, like, people almost felt like they had been lied to when the BDSP cover art came out, and it was like, it wasn't Mega Dialga and Mega Palkia. They're like, how dare they not put Megas in a game that is a remake of a game that didn't have Megas in a generation that doesn't have Megas. Like, they never promised it. This is part of, like, the mentality that kind of, like, that's part of the mentality as to why, like, you know, especially for those 6 months between February and August where we heard nothing about the games aside from the cover art release date and, hey, you can give us the money for them already. Which, again, I don't really agree with that, but it's how they did it. As much as I feel like these games have a lot of promise now, they didn't then. They had not shown anything worth giving money to at that point. But now they have, so it's a different story. But, you know, at the time, it's like, that was a whole situation. But people were so upset that, like, there weren't Megas on the cover, and it's like, they never said there would be. A faithful recreation of these games wouldn't have them. Like, it made no sense to me. It makes no sense to me to be, like, upset when the games are what they say they are and not more, right? Like if a game, like, under promises, right? Like, if it under promises and gives you more, that's fantastic. But if a game, like, promises you the right amount, like, promises you exactly what it's going to give and nothing more, or, like, it, like, promises you all that, and it says, like, that's all we're giving you, it's your fault if you go, oh, they're teasing us, they're, like, trying to, like, throw us off the scent. It's like, no, they might not be. That might be legit everything the game has to offer. You cannot be upset if, like, the game doesn't give you more than that, right? Like, also, I'm putting a hat on. I had to, like, wash my hair, obviously, because, like, haircut. And, it doesn't want to stay up right now. You like the BDSPR cell? It's grown on me. It's grown on me. Especially at the beginning, I didn't have a lot to like about it, but now it's grown on me a lot. Kind of tired, but you want to get the mythic before the event ends. Got you. Let's need overworld shinies now. No. I do not like overworld shinies. I don't think we should have overworld shinies. In fact, I'm very happy that overworld spawns are not a thing, and you do have to encounter them in the grass. Again, this might be me being like, back in my day, they did it this way kind of thing, but I feel like even if they do overworld spawning again, like Sword and Shield, it should be like Sword and Shield. You shouldn't see the shinies. Or if you do that, you gotta boost the odds back up to 4096. Because otherwise you see everything, right? And, like, it makes them way less rare. Want to get a BDS pre-order tomorrow? Have some money for it? Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop into my GameStop, like, on Thursday and be like, hey, are you guys doing a midnight release tonight? Because, like, the response at this point has been, like, you'll get the phone call, and I've yet to, like, have a phone call, and, like, it should have been this week. Like, it should have been, like, this week that I got the phone call reminding me of everything for the pre-order. So, yeah, I feel like I don't hear by Monday. I know that they, again, don't have my phone number. How come you get more rewards if you pre-order BDSP digital instead of retail? Probably because Nintendo gets more of the money if you do it that way. Because you're paying $60 whether or not you buy a digital copy or a physical copy. The price it's not cheaper to buy a digital copy despite it costing Nintendo and Game Freak money to make cartridges and ship packaging, and the retail stores take a cut. Like, there's a lot of stuff that goes on with a retail game, like a retail copy, that doesn't go on with, Nintendo selling their own game on the yeah, Nintendo's selling their own game on the eShop. They make like 100% of the profit, or they make more of the profit than they do selling a copy of the game to GameStop for GameStop to sell at the price it's on the eShop for. So because of that, they make more money if you buy it digitally. So they'd prefer you to buy it digitally. So they'll give a couple more rewards to that. Also, guys, we did pass 4096. I wasn't paying attention when it happened. We're officially over odds regardless of any setup that we had for this Pokemon. This is insane. It should not be like this. We should not be at 4100 encounters, yet we are. And also, again, I want to say thank you to everyone who's left a like on the stream. I appreciate it. It helps out significantly. If you haven't left a like already, would greatly appreciate if you did. Retail, they have pre-order bonuses. They do, but it's not the same. Get more rewards if you pre-order BDSP digital instead of retail. That's what, like, Goldie said more, not you get some and you don't get them in retail. So it's like, obviously retail stores do want something to give it as a pre-order reward. It's guaranteed sales for them. So that you do it that way. Like, they want you to buy it. If you're going to buy it physically anyways, they want you to pre-order it physically. So rewards for pre-ordering. But yeah, it's like, you'll get more if you do it digitally though. Just because Game Freak and Nintendo make more money from a digital release than a physical release, or from every digital sale than every physical sale. But I like physical games, so I buy them physical. BDSP is kind of crappy pre-order bonuses. GameStop gives you a journal with the starters on it, and Target gives you a pin, so like, I mean, realistically, it's not like that's any worse than like a poster. Arguably, yeah, like keeping it consistent and doing more posters would be nice, but like, there's only so much you can do with a poster. Pokemon Snap gave out like refrigerator magnet picture frames, you know, like pre-order bonuses don't need to or have to be like something actually incredibly worth it. It's just a small little thing. Hey, Alan, what's going on? Good luck. Thank you. Our luck apparently has already run out, unfortunately, as we are 3 times over odds already. You take the poster. I mean, I would take a poster. I don't disagree. I would love to have another poster. I've got my poster from Sun and Moon, from Usum, from Let's Go. Like, I've got all those posters, and like, they could be good stream background things, but like, they didn't do it, and it's like, oh well, you know. It's like, I'm not complaining that's a pin or like a journal instead. In that case, it's another little thing to go in my Pokemon display case, right? Like, overall, it's just a tiny pre-order bonus thing. Scalpers gonna hoard Pokemon cards. Going to hoard Pokemon cards 0.001 second after the Fusion Strike is announced. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm really wondering when like those kind of markets are going to calm down, because there's nothing at this point. There's nothing stopping like those from being produced. It's not like consoles or anything like that where there's like a genuine shortage of like processors and like just silicon. And in opposed to like Pokemon cards getting printed on cardstock, that's not slowing down. You can do that anywhere in the world and package them and send them anywhere with paper, which we are not in a short supply of. Like yeah, to me it's just like that's kind of eh. And like, it's like, I wonder when that's going to calm down, because it's become a like scarcity problem, just like because it's become a scarcity problem, just because of the scalpers. So it's like the scalpers keep it up because the scalpers cause a situation that helps them, you know. So it's like, the solution there is honestly for Pokemon Company to just way overprint a set, like make it look like it's going to be limited, get the scalpers to buy a significant chunk of it, expecting it to be rare so they can mark it up, and then just flood the market with more packs of it. Just like the scalpers get drowned out and they like sell at a loss. Or switch to eggs? No, not at this point. But yeah, the journals reference how Gen 4, how Gen 4 recaps what you did before you saved. I mean, probably. Come on, Duskulls, get out of the way. Stop standing on top of the Drifloons. I'm going to encounter a second one, too. Because they're like, oh, you're right here. I'm like, yeah, because I'm trying to get around you. I don't even know which Duskull I hit. I hit the one that I didn't think I hit. One of the stitches on this shirt's really rubbing me weird. Brilliant Drifloon, maybe? Nope. Thought that was neat where you'd write in the journal every time you saved in Gen 4. Yeah, I mean, most of the... I know Gen 3 did it as well. At least Fire Red Leaf Green. They started adding that. It was kind of a nice little feature for the fact of, remembering where... a quick recap of what you did if you hadn't played in a while. At the same time, it was a little annoying for soft resetting. So hopefully that doesn't return, as nifty as it would be. Fire Red Leaf Green, and Emerald, yeah. Yeah, that was a significant chunk of our time. Duskulls, stop! I don't want you. You're already enough of a pain in the butt before. Yeah, Fire Red Leaf Green did it, and so our Leaf Green Charmander hunt took forever because of it. Despite having literally nothing to talk about, it's oh, you talked to so-and-so, and you did this, and you saved here, and it's yes, I did do those things. It's indeed, I have started the game. Talk to the professor, you got your starter. I mean, I didn't even have you got your starter. We were literally doing the hunt for it. We were saved right in front of it. Obviously, at that point in time, the games had no way to know how long it had been since you last played either. There was no clock. The most clock there was in Emerald. In Fire Red Leaf Green, there straight up was no clock for the games. They didn't have a day-night cycle. They didn't have a clock to, keep up with it. They didn't have a battery to have a clock running when you were out of the game. Literally. And, the GBA had no clock in it. So, there was literally no way to keep time on those games. So, it's just, So there was no way for it to know if if you had just soft reset or if you had not played for a year. There's literally no way for those games to tell a difference. Wonder Professor Oak has deja vu when you're soft resetting in front of him, repeating the same thing. I don't know. I mean, the world just disappears from existence and then starts up again. I don't know. I don't think that's a necessary part of the Pokemon universe to discuss. Weird things players do in the game. I might be getting a little bit weird for the Pokemon player NPCs liking. Kid, you've been here for days. Can you leave already? But it hasn't been days. It's been minutes. Just the same minutes over and over again. There's multiverses and alternate timelines in such a Pokemon, so it wouldn't surprise you. What do you mean? Like, how would that relate to it? I guess, like, the soft resets are each a different, like, multiverse, or a different universe in the multiverse. Yet somehow we ended up in the universe where I don't get a shiny in 41-31 encounters. Honestly, at this point with Drifloon, I feel like when we find the shiny, I'm just gonna be like, woohoo, and then just wrap the stream. I legit kind of feel like that's gonna be the case. If we do find Drifloon, it's like, alright, we found it, good night, I'm gonna go, like, relax and enjoy the fact that I finally found this Pokemon that's been haunting me for forever. I feel like that'd be understandable. I don't think I'd upset anyone doing that. So be like, alright, found it. We're gonna do Dratini next week. Just cause, like, I don't know, man. This hunt's gone on so long. This has been ridiculous. I tricked you. How'd I trick you? Oh, did you think when I was, like, saying the hypothetical about finding it that I had found it? Whoops. Whoopsies. I was saying you were looking and saying that I found it. I just gotta keep chat on your toes. See, like, if I keep doing that, you'll pay more attention, right? Like, if I lie to you, you'll pay attention to fact check it. You definitely won't just, like, leave the stream because I'm a completely untrustworthy person. You know, that's not what happened at all. But yeah, I do think that's what's going to happen. If we find the shiny today, which I really hope we do, because otherwise we're going to end up at almost 4,500 encounters, which is too many, man. That's too much, man. Yo, Kajido, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. How you doing? I've lost 5 trust points. Aw, man. Probably can't ever get them back, can I? That's a very good job keeping his viewer retention up. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, if I keep you, like, engaged by seeing whether or not I'm lying to you, YouTube will reward me. It's like clickbait, but after you've already clicked. I can't let you guys start putting me in, like, background tabs. That's just unacceptable. Bait. Yeah, it's not clickbait. You've already done the click. It's just like retention bait. Been alright. How's life? How goes the shiny hunting? Life's been good. Shiny hunting less so. Specifically this Drifloon. No, but life's been good. Mostly just been kind of chilling out. Excited for BDSP. I'm gonna be spending this like weekend and the beginning of next week getting everything kind of prepped and settled. You know, getting streams scheduled and all that good stuff. Basically, my plan is I don't want to have to even touch YouTube on Thursday. I want to, like, not touch YouTube. I want to be able to basically not touch YouTube at all on Thursday and have a stream prepped. Also help the watch time. Watch time tends to be good. Average watch time is actually not usually bad on these streams. But yeah, no, the shiny hunting's been rough. Specifically this Drifloon that is well over 3 times odds. It just refuses to shine for us. I need you. But speaking of watching, I need you all to do your part. You guys need to keep watching. Stick around. Leave likes. Sub if you haven't. I know pretty much everyone in chat today is already subbed, so like that's pointless to ask, but you never know. But yeah, no, I'm just chilling. What are your thoughts on the new Pokemon games, Kajido? You gonna be playing the new Sinnoh games? Are you holding off on them for a bit, or what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts there? What's a Nintendo Switch? I don't know. Never heard of it. It's one of those things you can't get when you go into GameStops. It's one of those things I keep seeing the availability notifications on Twitter, and then by the time I click it, they're gone. But yeah, I think this week I'm just gonna ask, like, in general to the GameStop by me. It's like, hey, do you have like any Switches? Just like any V2 Switches? Already have both BDSP, NSP pre-downloaded. Have 2 double packs ordered. Nice. Yeah, pretty hyped for it. You can say that. Yeah, I've got a double pack pre-ordered for the physical copies. I'm planning on getting those on a midnight release, but I've gone in and asked the employees at my GameStop a few times so far, and they kept pushing back the date of certainty as to whether or not they would do a midnight release. So far, the most they've said is, we'll tell you when we call you to remind you about the pre-order stuff. They never call me and remind me about pre-order stuff, though. Like, I've never gotten one in like the 4 or 5 generations of Pokemon games I've pre-ordered at this point. So I'm just gonna be going in like early in the day on Thursday, like on my lunch break, and being like, hey, are you guys doing midnight? And if they say yes, awesome. I'll just show up at midnight, get the games, and start streaming at like 12:30, like 30 minutes after midnight or something. Or they'll say no, and I'll just pre-download a copy of like Brilliant Diamond, just so I can still stream it at that night when it comes out. I've been able to get one reminds you of the PS5. Yeah, no, all that stuff's still insane. And welcome back, gamers, and sub, welcome to the stream, sus. I don't know, your avatar looks a little sus. How's it going, sub? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today. Have 1 physical pack ordered for your Switch Lite since it's your secondary Switch. Got you. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out getting a second Switch for streaming. Just as far as like, I want to be able to stream both Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl at the same time. And if I want to do that, I kind of want them to just be like my 2 main saves, like a main save of Brilliant Diamond on my current Switch and a main save of Shining Pearl on a second Switch. But it's like I can't just, and so like because of that, it's not like I can start Shining Pearl on my current Switch and then move that save over. So it's like I don't want to like start it and then have to change which one I'm on and stuff. So it's kind of like I'd like to just from the get-go have a second Switch, you know. And I'd go with the Switch Lite because those are relatively easy to find. I can walk into any GameStop or any like Walmart or Target by me and get a Switch Lite now, but I can't cap card that. You know, I can't like dock that and then use an HDMI capture card on it. So it's like, that one's not worth it to me. Too late for you as well, being before you get to play them. And you've been trying to miss spoilers. Yeah, definitely not showing up to the first stream of BDSP. That's fair. Yeah, we're gonna be streaming it like all weekend. Basically, I don't know my actual stream schedule, but basically it's gonna be I go as long as I can, and then I say, alright guys, I'm calling it for now, and then I schedule the next stream 8 hours later. It's like, alright, I'm gonna sleep, I'll wake up, I'll eat some food, take a shower real quick, and like 8.5 hours after I'm done, I'll be back on. Is kind of what my thoughts are with it. For basically the entirety of the weekend. Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and probably Monday as well. Followed by the next week is gonna like have Thursday off. I'm gonna have Thursday off. I'm gonna try taking Friday off as well. I'm gonna have to see on that just because I'd be taking like 3 days off basically. I'd be giving myself back-to-back 4-day weekends, which I think is fine. We'll see if my team thinks so. Because I think I'm already basically taking an extra day off from them just because most of them aren't in the U.S., so they don't have Thanksgiving. So we'll see on that. I've got to mention it to the team on Monday and be like, hey, is this okay for next like sprint? I think it should be fine, but we'll see. Likely play through Pearl first while you're shiny at the starter on Diamond. Fair enough. Then make Diamond your main game. Got you. Yeah, I think Brilliant Diamond's going to be my main game. I don't intend to shiny hunt first. My main initial goal is complete the decks as fast as possible and get the charm as soon as I can. Because I'm trying to be as efficient as possible with it. That's my goal this time around. It's not really about like doing some complicated hunts or getting a shiny earlier than otherwise. It's like if getting one shiny early means that it takes longer to get the second one, I'd rather wait to get the first one until both of them happen faster. You know, like that's kind of my plan right now. The thought in my head has been basically catch every Pokemon that I know are on routes as I go along. So I have basically as many of the base Pokemon as possible going through the game. And then slowly like evolve, like put like 2 in the party bonus to like try to evolve slowly as I go through the story. Then post game, just find whatever the easiest leveling up area is, be it a certain route, be it like hideaways, whatever it ends up being. Then just like power through evolutions to get the shiny charm. Play Shining Pearl far enough to get all the version exclusives required for the decks. And all that kind of good stuff. Is the pre-order more expensive than buying it after release? No, they are the same price. Generally, the way the pre-orders work is you'll put like a down payment on the game, basically. You'll put a reserve payment. By default, it's like $5, but a lot of times, like what I do is I just pay the whole game. So I'm going to show up. Basically, I've already paid for both games. I'm going to show up at midnight or very early in the morning on Friday, depending on what my GameStop does, and just walk in, say, here's my receipt, thank you, and leave. That's what's going to happen. Oh, you also bought the BDSP edition Switch Lite? Oh, that's awesome. That one looked really cool. Again, I would consider it if it wasn't a light. If it was like a full-blown Switch and I could actually like capture with it, I would do that. You know, like pre-order that so I could get that at the same time, but unfortunately no, and I didn't pre-order an OLED Switch or anything, so unfortunately I don't have that. And it's one of those things where it's like, I wanted to get the OLED Switch because I figure if I'm getting a new Switch anyways, I should just go ahead and get like the newest one, but at this point, like just any V2 Switch is fine with me that's not the Animal Crossing one. Just because I don't want to like take a special edition Switch that I'm not interested in. So yeah, if I could even just find like a gray or just generic neon red box Switch at like a GameStop, I might just take that offer. I just might take that up instead of waiting for an OLED to show up, just so I have a second Switch for streaming. We'll see though. We'll see what I end up doing there. And it'll be interesting figuring out how I get all my Pokemon between Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I might just like have to spend some time off stream after the 4-day weekend. I might have to spend some time off stream, just like chugging through some trades back and forth, because I don't know if I'll be able to use like Home for mass transferring them, since one of the Switches won't be hooked up to online. I have a friend at GameStop who said she'd save the special edition Switch Lite for you if you wanted. But he said, nah, I really wanted it, but it was just a Lite. Yeah, it's like that's the thing, is like I guess now that the Lite's out, it's just way easier to make special editions for that than to like make a special edition dock and special edition Joy-Cons and a special edition backing, when you can just make like a special edition Lite casing and call it a day. Especially for games like Pokemon that are have always been more handheld focused. So even going onto the Switch, they're fairly handheld focused. It's like, what do here, you know? So yeah, it's like, I don't know, if there was any capability to capture from a Switch Lite without like probably some risky modifications, it would be extremely expensive, similar to a 3DS cap card. I would just go with one of those. But you can't do that, so I'm not going with that. It's based on the TS, which is cool, but again, it's a light, so no thanks, yeah. Figure they'll all be scalped ASAP, yeah. Surprised there are any left days later after release. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think there's a mixture of, like, I feel like the Switches have been a little bit less hit recently just because it's not a Pro. It's not like a new Switch. There was enough disappointment in the OLED announcement just because it wasn't the Pro. It wasn't a 4K 60 Switch, which without something way beefier, I don't know how that would have even been possible. But yeah, there's a little bit of disappointment from people with that. So it wasn't as heavily desired. And then like the Switch Lites in general, it's like they aren't super in demand. You know, like the Switch was out at the beginning of the pandemic stuff, right? So like everyone who wanted one bought one then, or they were scalped then. So everyone has it now. Anyone who scalps it is going to have a hard time selling it at the moment. Outside of like a few of the OLEDs, but even at this point, people in chat have said they've seen just like OLEDs just casually in stores. So it's like, maybe I can just... I'm kind of holding out hope that I'm going to check like the inventory at my local Walmart or GameStop here one day, and it's just going to be like available, and I can be like, hold for me to pick up, and I can show up at the store and pick it up or something. I'm not holding my breath on that, but that is a possibility that could potentially happen. But yeah, like the lights, I'm not shocked to hear lights aren't really getting like scalped to the point you can't buy them, even special edition ones. Because I feel like it's one of those things where most collector edition consoles still have a pretty strong, just like public desire to have it. But the lights just don't have that. And so it's like collectors are going to want them, and collectors aren't the people who need them now. They can wait a month. They can wait until later on in the stocking cycle of a special edition. So like, it's not worth it to the scalpers. If they did buy any, they're still holding onto their initial stock and not able to get it sold because retail is restocking it faster than people are actually interested in buying them. Still see lights as you're able to get a different one, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what I ended up, like, last year when I got my mom a Switch, I ended up getting a light just because you couldn't find anything else, right? Like, yeah, like, you could still order lights from GameStop online in, like, the Animal Crossing bundles, despite them being, like, out of stock everywhere. So I did that. Because that's the game I was getting her anyway. So I was like, this makes sense. Yeah, it came with, like, the only things I wouldn't have gotten otherwise would have been, like it had a screen protector, which ended up being very useful. So I was like, yeah, that makes sense. So, but yeah, so, like, you know, like, the bundle was, like, Animal Crossing, a screen protector, and, like, a few months of online, I believe. So I was like, I just set that up for her. And I was like, all right, that's that. Yeah, so the lights in general, it's like they have a market, but their market's way smaller than the normal Switch. And also it's like there's so much focus on the scalping of like high-end graphics cards and high-end consoles that like the budget-conscious Switch, the budget-conscious version of a now 5-year-old console, or not 5-year-old, 4-year-old? Yeah. The budget-conscious option as far as the 4-year-old console is concerned is not at the top of like scalpers' minds when trying to scalp things. They might try, but like they're not going to put in the same effort, so it's a lot easier for like normal people to get their hands on one. A 3K for Guzzler just been hacking away at encounters. Hopefully you find it soon, man. Hopefully we both find our shinies soon. Because yeah, we've been chugging away at these Drifloon encounters as well, and it's just been rough. And thank you all for the likes in the stream. We hit 10 likes, which is awesome. Hopefully we can double that, get to 20. That is the goal for today. So if you know anyone who's interested in the stream, let them know about it. Would love to have them here. Just never use the Doxagar light. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Mel even... I know Mel, she got her Switch before the light was announced, and then once the light was announced, she's like, I probably would have liked that one more. Just from the perspective of, yeah, if she's going to play handheld all the time, she doesn't need the dock, she doesn't need the Joy-Cons that are detachable or anything, she just needs it to be a handheld Switch. It's a 3DS replacement. Which is fair, that's basically what it is for me too, but it's way nicer for capturing stuff because I can just use off-the-shelf capture cards instead of having to, like, buy specially modified versions of the console or figure out ways to rig up, webcams over the top of it so it's, like, still, like, nice looking and everything. And yeah, the same way you do with 3DSs and stuff. If you're pre-ordering BDSP tomorrow, awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I'm so excited. 1 week, guys. 1 week, and we can all be playing BDSP. Will be whole new streams, all this fun stuff. I'm going to be figuring out new things on the layout. Hopefully trying to do some new, like, chat interactivity incentives. Figuring out just the layout in general. Already pre-ordered. Nice. Very nice. I like a basic Switch for dock mode, handheld, and secondary light just for connecting to your main Switch. Got you. Are you able to share saves across that, or nah? Because if I could share saves to the point where, like, my Pokemon save is on both, I would love that. But I don't think they do cloud saves, do they? Like, Pokemon Go is one of the few games that doesn't allow that anyways. You can share saves? Bruh. You have made me consider a Switch Lite. You've genuinely made me consider that. You had to import the Dragon Quest Edition Switch from Japan. You had to. There's no way around it. Sort of, not for those games. Yeah. That's what I figured. Because I feel like that was a complaint with, like, Let's Go. Was, like, the fact that, like, you couldn't cloud save those. Man, I wish it was way more consistent. You know, like, I get how it makes so much more sense, and it is genuinely just better for the consumer for the save to be on the console. But man, there were some conveniences to it being on the cartridge, right? Like, I have on my desk right now, I have 3 different 3DSs basically. I can play my saves on any of them. Can't do that with Switches though. When it comes to the Pokemon stuff, right? Like, I've had 3DSs die. Saves aren't lost, they're on the cartridge, just move the cartridge over. But I could also lose the cartridge incredibly easily compared to losing the whole, like, 3DS. Be playing Pearl on your main Switch while you Shiny Hunt on Diamond, then you can just transfer your save from your Lite to the main Switch once you get it. Got you. Yeah, I don't know. I consider the Switch Lite less now that I'd have to, like manually transfer saves between them and stuff. Like, it'd be great if I could just pick it up and they'd be cloud saved. Like, if they're just shared through the cloud and all I had to do was make sure I turned on my Switch Lite, like, on my Wi-Fi and, like, made sure everything's synced up before I booted up my home Switch, like, that'd be great. If you back up your saves, you can transfer your saves over. Yeah, you can transfer them over, but, like, you have to, like, continuously transfer them back and forth, right? Like, that becomes a hassle, and I'm lazy. At that point, I can just pick that Switch up out of the dock and take it somewhere. Like, it's not hard to go handheld with that Switch. It'd just be super convenient to be, like, able to handheld, like, a Switch Lite. Gotta go. Alright, see you later, Sorlo. Thanks for hanging out in the stream. Hope to see you again soon. Best of luck on your Nuzlocke. It's a one-time process. Well, like, it's a one-time thing. You transfer the save, it's no longer on the old system, it's on the new one. So if you want to move it back, you have to do it again. Like, it's not like you back up and transfer the save and then they stay synced. If they did that, I'd be down for it, but they don't. At least not Pokemon. Some games cloud save, and that works. You get, like, a Shiny Charm on one and then transfer the data to both in Dual Hunt. I think it deletes the data off of, like, the system you transfer from, if I'm not mistaken. Because that was what I thought the process was as a whole. I didn't realize some games did share saves. Yike. Yeah, exactly. And it's one of those things where, like, weirdly, it makes me more confident in, like, Gen 7 and earlier games as far as, like, holding on to the save data. Because everything post Gen 2 is stable. Like, the biggest concern is me physically losing something. Whereas, like, I feel like there's way more chances for a console to break and to, like, permanently lose a save because of that. I'd be interested to see, I don't know if this has happened, and I assume there's some, like, encryption anti-piracy measure in place on the Switches that prevents this from being possible, but it'd be really nifty if there was a chance where if a Switch died, you could pull it apart, and the like, storage chip, like, basically, like, the flash storage on board on the system, literally, like, is a Lego brick type connector and just pulls out. Like, so you can have, like, the whole, like, storage module pop out and pop it into a new Switch. But I don't think that works. I think that goes, oh, you got a format, and, like, starts fresh. If I'm not... That's my assumption, just given how that tends to work on systems. It's not just happy to move over to another Switch. There's, like, an ID system and all that. Considered a light a few times. It'd be nice to have, too. Yeah, it's like, that's the thing. Like, I would consider a light if it wasn't for wanting to capture and stream a second Switch. That's the biggest thing. I'd like to stream 2 Switches. I don't want to just have 2 Switches. I want to be able to stream 2. And so that's where it gets a little bit more tricky. It'd be crazy if it was like one of the exclamation encounters that ended up being the actual shiny and all this. How light they're small. They're small, but, like, that's kind of nice for the portability's sake, right? Like it's not like this was big, and this is an XL, right? Like handheld systems have always been pretty small. I'm like, that's fine with me. But yeah, man, I'm kind of hoping. Like I said, I'm hoping to get a second Switch very early on after BDSP coming out. A semi-official dono goal on stream. Honestly, probably next stream there'll be an actual dono goal up once I reorganize stuff, and first thing will be a Switch. Will be a second Switch. So if you want to contribute to that, feel free. Jake, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Shiny at 4240. Alright. Could totally go back, trying to get a feel, maybe get an OLED. I'm trying the Nilix. I've been trying. At this point, a V2 Switch, just a general V2 Switch is fine with me. An OLED would be great. I would love to have an OLED, but it's not the priority. You know, like, the priority is having just a new Switch. I've been thinking about getting a new Switch since before the OLED was announced. So, like, I'd be happy with that. You can cover that. Well, nah. It'd be appreciated, but I won't say you have to. Cause you don't have to. But like I said, it is basically the new dono goal. Don't die from choking on the water first. Oh my god. You would think that, like, at some point I would have mastered, like, the basics of living as a human, which is drinking water. But nope. Yeah, down the wrong pipe. Yeah. It did that thing where, like, a little bit just, like, kind of splashed in your mouth and, like, just decides to go everywhere, and there's, like, nothing you can do as it, like, slides down everywhere in the back of your throat. Ugh. Yeah, very much so down the wrong pipe. It wasn't even a lot of water, but... God. That like stings. It's like it's cold water, so like, you know, it's like, so like, you know, it feels like rougher almost, you know? Especially being generally dehydrated today. Probably because of my issues with drinking water. Yeah, so that one hurt a little bit, but you guys got to watch me do it, which is what matters, right? I do it for the content. It was definitely intentional. I'm not just like a failure of like a human being in like the most basic of life functions. Literally had a conversation with like the girl who cuts my hair today that went along the same way. We were talking about just how in general for the past like year and a half there's been it's just felt so much more pressure, like to explain yourself every time you sneeze or cough. Like I swear this is just like what would have happened anyways pre 2020, but here we are. And like no, it's like nope. I just like swallowed spit wrong. I just, you know, like it's like, oh, I just did something horrible. I just failed at like a basic task as a human. When you're talking about that, of course, now it happens. It's definitely getting clipped. Go for it. Clipped like flipping your hair. Haha! Yeah, I was supposed to actually get my hair cut last week, but things went horrifically wrong with that. I was like hoping to get it cut before I went to the wedding I went to, but like literally could not get to the haircut place. Like it was blockaded. Like actual police blockade. So I was like, alright, well, I'm gonna have to, so they made me do a U-turn. Literally like a block away from the haircut place. Like where there was reserved parking. They're like, no, you gotta turn around. I'm like, oh, but okay. So I literally had to like call the haircut, like the place, like on my way. I'm like, I know I have an appointment. I tried to get here early. Literally turned away by police. Like, please, can I move it to next week? I felt bad because like you're supposed to cancel like at least 24 hours in advance, so they're not like blocked on their schedule for the day. But nothing I could do. I tried to show up. Police blockade. Yeah, there's some stuff going on around the place, so I was like, okay, and yeah, so I just went to the airport from there instead. So I arrived at the airport like 4 hours early because I was already planning on getting my haircut early to still show up early, and then I didn't have to get my haircut. Yeah, so it was just that was a rough trip, but now my hair's cut and it's all good. Going for Sfeel right now. Awesome, gamers. Best of luck with that. Hope you get the round boy. I give you some of my Sfeel luck because I don't have any Drifloon luck to give you. Never mind. Not gonna go for it. How long do haircuts usually take? 30 minutes to an hour, depending. Usually on the shorter side, on like the shorter side of that time. I think like the first time I started getting it cut the way I get it cut now, it took a little bit longer. The longest haircut I had was I think the one where I had like all of it taken off. But yeah, they usually don't take me too long. The biggest thing I was considering was just like potential. Like I knew there was a reason for the police blockade. I was aware of it. I was aware of the stuff that was going to happen and cause traffic. I didn't realize it was going to be road closures traffic. So I was like, so. So like I accepted that. So like most of the time was like, well, I'm still on the road. I'm not fighting out of a parking deck, you know. Did do Miraculous because you're going for it longer. See the Disney Plus Day announcements? I did not. I didn't know there was such a thing as Disney Plus Day. It feels weird having all these companies creating their own like holiday things. Yeah, but I totally get that gamers going for the hunt that's been a loose end longer. There feels like there's more closure when that happens, right? Kept seeing it on Twitter constantly. Nah, what is it then? Because yeah, I haven't heard anything about it, and if it's been ads, I glaze over those. Like I just like, as soon as I see that it's not like something from someone I actually follow, I just completely skim past it, retweet or ad or whatever it is. Perfect weather for it. Nice. Best encounter rate. Got like a 34% spawn rate. Nice. That's not bad. Basically, they announced new shows and stuff and things coming to Disney Plus in the near mid and far future. Got you. Shiny at 40. True, you did call this, didn't you? Yeah. We'll see. We'll see about that. So they're like Disney Plus Day was just like an announcement day. Got it. Excited for Hawkeye soon. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen really anything about anything after Loki. I know there's like an entire new movie out. And yeah, I know there's like new shows. I know What If happened. I didn't watch any of What If. Yeah, I haven't really followed a lot of it, you know. 34% for it to spawn? That's not bad at all. At this point, I feel like, as I don't know, I'm paranoid that we just like completely like failed this one, you know, like we've glazed over, missed a shiny of some sort. But at the same time, I don't think we have. I don't think that's actually been a thing that's happened. Like Drifloon stands out so much. I feel like there's no way for us to have missed it. You know. Seymour Sudowoodo. I guess something's filling in the other, you know, like 66% there. Never looked away long enough to miss it. Yeah, it stands out. Yeah, like, I figure even if I missed it, someone in chat would have seen it. Right? Like, I feel like I've been really good about, you know, making sure that I'm either looking when it shows up, or if I don't feel like I did see it when it showed up, I wait for it to show up on screen again before I run away. You know, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I feel like even if I failed at that, the odds are chat did see it. You know, during that time, someone in chat would have seen it, and despite you guys being a quiet bunch usually, no, but I feel like someone definitely would have pointed it out if they saw it. Like, oh, you missed that, by the way, and usually they would point it out fast enough that I can look over at like the actual stream preview I've got on YouTube and actually see if it was shiny or not. Muscle memory could screw up. Oh, absolutely, muscle memory could, but like, it would at least be something where like muscle memory happens and I notice what's going on. Even if it's too late, I would at least know it happened, right? So like, that's kind of where my mentality there is of like, someone here would notice it. We're a small stream, but there's like 9 sets of eyes looking at this right now, right? There's like 8 of you guys and 1 of me. Like, we're all looking at it. Like, there's 8 pairs of eyes. That's more than most shiny hunters have, you know? So it's like, I feel like someone would see it. Highly doubt because you always rewatch the whole stream after you post it. Ah, yeah. So you would know for sure, Jake. I'd get a message from you like, hey, just so you know, at like 42 minutes and 50 seconds, like, you missed it. Yeah, like I said, I don't think we've missed it. because between all of us, someone would have caught it. You rewatching the stream, I know Alan says he rewatches pretty much every stream after it posts, so like someone would have seen it. You know, it would have come up somewhere. So I'm pretty confident that we haven't had a shiny fail yet. Yeah, Vanillix Jake's dedicated. Do you not watch the whole streams, Vanillix? Come on, man. I expect everyone here to rewatch the whole stream twice, at least. Like to count how much I blink. Fair enough. Got to see how much time I'm slacking, how much time I could. You got to see how much time I'm wasting not looking at the shinies by blinking. Have fun with that. Give you good viewer retention rates. Exactly. Usually get stricken with like a shock when you find a shiny and that overrides your muscle memory. Oh, same. Like, fortunately, yeah. The first thing my brain does is like, don't mess up. Like, stop everything you're doing and think about every button press as though this is the first time you have held this controller, right? Like, look at it. Make sure like you're hitting A when you want to hit A. Making sure you hit B when you want to hit B, like, you know, like very deliberately taking every action once the shiny is on screen. Especially with like the touchscreens on the 3DS. Always so nervous I was gonna like hit exit or like run with my palm or something and just completely screw everything up. That's why like usually I'll pull out the pen if I'm gonna start using the touchscreen. Then that's the most nerve-wracking part of like the legendary hunts in the wormholes is just like navigating the bottom screen menu once you're actually doing the encounters. There's a time where you went back to an old stream and watched the whole 3 2-hour streams probably for the nostalgia's sake. I've watched good chunks of some old stuff. That Ralt stream that everyone here has probably gotten recommended several times for some reason. I did finally decide to like watch a little bit of that. That was kind of nostalgic. Seeing a whole bunch of names I haven't seen in forever. You know, like good times. Only muscle memory you messed up is when you're hunting for a shiny starter and Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Soft Reset over a Chikorita. Oof. Also, guys, you know what time it is. Gamers already knows what time it is. Let's see that crowd brave in chat. Keep getting recommended your old Manaphy video and that stream. Oh gosh. The Manaphy video is rough. Most of the comments on it are the music's too loud, turn it down. And I'm like, I don't know how to like, I can't edit the audio in post. I can just turn the whole video down. I can't turn the music down on its own. So that video is stuck, poorly edited. Fortunately, I feel like all my videos since have been better. Granted, I don't think most of my videos since then have had like backtrack music. But even then, Mel throwing out the lobster. And the imposter. It's not a lobster. Imposter lobster, yes. That's fantastic. Imp lobster. Hey, Leaf Green Gamer, welcome to the stream. Finally got the Galarian Farfetch'd. Next one's Rock and Roll. Awesome. Best of luck. Hope you find it quickly. Hope you don't have the bad luck that I've been having. I'm going to encounter this brilliant Duskull just to see. Yeah, so we've done more than 4,200 encounters on this hunt just because we've also run into a few other things. We've not been lucky at all. This has been a very unlucky hunt. Hopefully that luck turns around soon, though. I would really like to find this Drifloon today. It's such a good shiny! It's such a good shiny for it to just not be, like, showing up for us. And I also really don't want this to be the only thing that we hunt between, like, October and, like, BDSP coming out, but I'm not giving up on this hunt at this point, right? Like, at this point, I feel like it's just, like, I have to do it this way. I tried shiny hunting Carablast in the Isle of Armor, but ended up with a shiny Venipede and a shiny Fungus. Just from, like, randomly running into stuff. Honestly, I would feel like that's, like, the worst kind of phasing. Like, if you're, like, looking for something specific and accidentally encounter something else and that's the shiny. Especially in a game like Sword and Shield where you can see the encounters. Yeah, random encounters. Dang. Oh, okay. Gotta dive in and hope for the Carablast. Got you. Okay, so that's a little bit less rough, you know. Like, 'cause in that case, it's not like you're just accidentally encountering random stuff. Like, you're gonna encounter some random things. Like, that's just part of that hunt. Because I was thinking, like, if like I was hunting Drifloon here, and I never intended to run into a Duskull, I actually ran into that, or I didn't see a Vulpix in the grass, and the Vulpix was shiny, and it's like, I know it doesn't affect my odds on Drifloon, but, like, at the same time, you know, at that point it feels like you've wasted the, like, build-up of shiny luck, you know? Like, it feels like you're starting over in terms of encounters. But in theory, like, every 2 days, like, at the 60% encounter rate, the 60% spawn rate for Drifloon right now, like, it should, in theory, you should find, like, a shiny every 2 days. 2.5 streams. For me, at least, you know, where I'm encountering, like, 500 a stream or so. So, like, you should find one, like, every 2.5 streams, if not less. But here we are. Here we are, going well beyond that. November 12th, and we've been hunting this since before Halloween. Only break we took was on Halloween, where we found a Pumpkaboo in 65 encounters. And that was it. Mawile hunt, first shiny Mawile you ran into. You weren't sure if your Snorlax had any attack moves left, so you stupidly clicked fight to check, and you struggle. No! Oh, that stinks. That really stinks. Hunted Mawile for another year. Oof. Actually ran into an overruled Cubchoo shiny. Oof. So the exact situation in that case I was talking about, where so you just accidentally run into something in the middle of a hunt, and the accidental running causes a phase. That Pokemon's still full odds, you know? I'm surprised I haven't had that happen at some point with, like, the long hunts I've done like this. Granted, I haven't done too many, like, Sword and Shield hunts in general. You know, I wasn't streaming for, like, a year of the game being out. Then you were looking for music to jam out on YouTube while hunting. Next thing you know, you hear a sparkle animation go off, and a Snover ran into you while you were sitting there and was shiny. Dang. I think Shining Umbreon posted a video the other day of, like, he, like, set his controller down for a second or something, and in runs a shiny Loudred. Yeah, so I wanted to double check. Was waiting for a minute there because I, like, wasn't 100% sure if that was a purple Drifloon or not. It was. Got so mad that was the first gumshoe you got. Like, your dex entry is just shiny because it's literally the first one you have. Apparently, the shiny hunting method is different than what people originally thought for this game. Had a complete dex, just trade it and hatch stuff. Got you. So, basically from the sounds of it, from what I've heard, the method isn't completely different from what people thought. It is just, it was confirmed to be something that everyone thought was a superstition. So, the KO method is still the KO method. 500 KOs or catches, or combination of such, on a certain Pokemon boosts your odds of finding a shiny on specific encounters of that Pokemon. Those encounters, for a while, people were like, it's the ones that are brilliant, right? And people said, nah, it's not actually those, it's just random. Turns out it is the brilliant ones. So, basically, right now, like, most of these Drifloon I've encountered are still 1 in 1365, despite having the 500 KOs. But, the ones with the brilliant aura are 1 in 512. There's just so few of them that... Excuse me. There's just so few of them that your odds really aren't boosted all that much. Some mons, despite... even though they're registered in your dex, have 0 defeated. Gotcha, yeah. Rayquaza is a good Brain Team mon, as long as you get rid of its ability. Being a strong special attacker and knowing Hurricane makes it super good. Why do you have to get rid of its ability? KO method doesn't work with the random encounters then. I don't think it does. No, yeah, because like there's no way to do that. Yo, Ben, welcome to the stream. Who's ready for BDSP? Because you know you are. Yes, I'm so ready. I'm so ready, Ben. I'm planning out my streams. I've set a goal for myself. I'm going to see how many shiny Pokemon I can get in BDSP between the release of the games and the release of Legends Arceus. So basically, I have like this whole plan in my head of I'm going to be starting to shiny hunt them, or not shiny hunt, I'm going to be starting the games basically as soon as I get home for the midnight release, or right at midnight if we don't do a midnight release and I just get digital copies, and playing it non-stop Friday to Monday. Hopefully going to beat the game maybe twice on each copy, or like once on each copy, hopefully. And then by the end of that week, have a Dex and the Shiny Charm, and just be going for Shinies for like the next 2 months. That's my goal. That's my hope. I don't know if that's reasonable or not. We'll see. There might be a lot of energy drinks in next week me's future. We'll see. I'm excited though. I'm really excited. I'm really pumped for these games. I was pretty shaky on them after the February trailers, but it's gotten a lot better. You know, once they started releasing new information and showing new trailers in August, I got really excited for them. Airlock prevents weather effects. I see. After you get Maractus and you get a shiny Esper, it's necessary. Can't live without it. Oh yeah, I'm so excited for BDSP. I'm starting to plan things out in my head. This weekend I'm getting all my layouts kind of figured out and set up. I'll probably end up making some specialty ones at first and then slowly switch back into these maybe. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. We'll see what I end up doing there. I'm going to hopefully get a lot of layout stuff figured out over the weekend. Really want to get a shiny Chimchar, but not sure if the starters are locked. Good news for you, they are not. Guessing they're not, but probably going to spend hours trying for that shiny boy. Yeah. So the games have leaked to an extent, and it seems like data miners already have confirmed the only locked Pokemon so far that are known are the Mew and Jirachi that you get from like linking with Sword and Shield and Let's Go. So those are the only 2 locked Pokemon at the moment that we know of in the game. So it sounds like starters, box legends, and all the legends on that island that they announced yesterday or the day before. All of those are shiny huntable. The only unknown at the moment, I believe, is the Manaphy egg from like early purchase bonus. If that Manaphy can in some way be kind of tricked into hatching as a shiny. We'll see. Gotta run. Alright, see you later, Kajito. Thanks so much for tuning into the stream, man. Hope to see you again soon. Hope to see you during some of the BDSP streams. Have a good rest of your night, man. Will BDSP have any newer mons or only Gen 4 and back? It seems like it does have a slightly different dex. That's the thing that I am the most interested in, is getting a full BDSP Pokedex. I want to see that, and I want to see the version exclusives. If I can get that, I will be a happy camper, because that's what I need to figure out my plan, right? Hype for hunting for Dialga? Yes. I'm excited because, yeah, like, it means like we can do a lot of these hunts we haven't been able to do in forever. I don't intend to, again, I will say this, despite being a shiny hunter, I don't intend to do those right off the bat. My loftiest goal, I guess, is going to be doing a secondary playthrough the game where I can get the charm immediately and do those. Because obviously, like, if I'm going to catch Dialga and Palkia on my first playthroughs, I'm not going to have them for the hunt, or like the hunt. So I'm going to have, like, I'm basically going to have, like, one save of each game on each of my systems, and just basically like Brilliant Diamond on, hopefully on one Switch, and Shining Pearl hopefully on another is my main saves on those games. So those will be like my main saves. And then Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond on the other Switches are going to be like the secondary shiny hunting anything that like I had to catch the one copy of for the Dex kind of deal. What's your opinion on the sort of chibi style characters? Kind of like it, sort of bring back the old way. Gotta go. Alright, see you later, gamers. Thanks for tuning in, man. Thanks for being here. Hope you have a good rest of your night. I am more okay with them now than I was in February. I think the biggest problem I had with them in February was the very first impression being kind of horrific. The way they introduced them at that really awkward angle of showing Dawn was just bad, in my opinion. Like that weird pan out from really low at an angle that the characters really aren't supposed to be viewed at didn't work. It looked, like I said, in my opinion, very bad. But in the normal, like, isometric, or not isometric, but whatever, like, the top-down camera, like, in this case is really technically called, the usual camera looks fine. The usual camera looks great. They do really mimic the pixel art chibi style from before, and I have no problem with them. Yeah, I have no problem with them as they are, with how the camera will be like 99% of the game, but man, did they choose a bad angle to show it off from at first, because it looks really awkward at that angle. But that's not the angle it's designed to look good at. Want a McRib? I've never had a McRib. Did Drifloon turn yellow yet? No. No yellow Drifloons yet, Mitchie. Hope you're having a good day, man. Happy Friday. And yeah, we got a bunch of more people here, so I'm gonna ask again, does anyone got anything like exciting planned for the weekend, or is everyone just kind of chilling out, waiting for the excitement of next weekend with new Pokemon? I mentioned before, like, I don't have solid plans, but I'm hoping to potentially do some more racing. It's just gonna be real chilly, so I don't know if I'm gonna want to do it. But yeah, I'm hoping to end up trying out a kart potentially. I haven't set any plans on that, and I have to figure out if it's even going to be doable this weekend. Otherwise, I'm just going to go to the place I usually go to and run a bunch of public races. We'll see. We'll see what I end up doing there. That's generally my go-to. I need something to do thing is just doing more races. Imagine that Shuckle was shiny. We were talking about that earlier, Ben, how it's like, especially this far into a hunt, it would kind of suck to accidentally walk into something and it be the shiny. Like, I really want Drifloon to be shiny. Obviously, a Shuckle would be a great shiny to get. I need one, but, like, I want to get Drifloon. Because I need Drifloon. We're way over odds on Drifloon. We need to find it. You love Shuckle. Shuckle's pretty nifty. I like it. Yo, Sassy, what's going on? Once time to die at the movie theater with your friends today. Some randomers decided to pay for your movie tickets and food. Oh, that's awesome. That's super cool. That's really nice of them. Pretty good Friday today? I'd say so. If I got a free movie and like movie theater food for free, heck yeah. That's awesome, man. What did you think of the movie? Is it worth seeing? I haven't seen it yet. Shuckle's the ultimate toxic Stalmon. Has there been anything else that's come out that has beaten, like, obviously the, like, impossible to set up, like, in a real battle, but, like, the theoretical maximum, like, damage on a turn that Shuckle had? Because, right, that's, like, that's what it always was, right? Like, Shuckle's been, like, the Mon that theoretically, like, obviously, like, very much in, like, the academic sense of Pokemon, like, theoretically, with all the perfect setup, Shuckle can deal the most damage on a turn, or is that something else now? I feel like we've had enough new Pokemon come out since that was initially, like, calculated, so I'm not sure if that's still the case. Movie was pretty good. We recommend it. Awesome. I'll have to check it out at some point. I feel like I might have missed a Bond movie at some point. I don't know if I've seen the most recent one aside from No Time to Die, because I know I haven't seen that one, but I don't remember what, like, the most recent one was before that. Because, like, I don't remember any of their names. Has there been one since Skyfall? I feel like Skyfall's the last one I saw. You guys think we're gonna get close to 450 or 4,500 a day? I almost said 450. We've way past 450. I've seen a few competitive shuckles that can dish out damage if they're EV trained and set up properly. Yeah. Like I know, like they've always been able to be set up really well. It's just like I know, like there's a specific setup like that you can clearly counter, like to the point that I'm pretty sure the enemy has to play into your setup and help you set it up for it to actually happen. But like there is a setup that makes Shuckle basically just like destroy anything that steps on the field. What are my shiny odds? So non-brilliant aura Pokemon, so most of the encounters are doing are 1 in 1365. The brilliant aura Pokemon are 1 in 512. But we haven't seen 512 of those, so I really don't think that affects our odds too much. But yeah, we're very much so over odds, even without the boost from the brilliant Pokemon and without Shiny Charm. We would be at like what? We would be at we would be at what? We would be at like, we would still be over odds because odds would be 40.96. And Cinder, with the membership renewal, 41 months. That's crazy, Cinder. You've almost been a member for 4 years. That's so weird to think about. Time is fake and so is Shiny Drifloon. I believe it. Hype for 41 months of Cinder being a member. That's crazy. I like that it shows how long people have been members now. That's 41 months in a row, too. That's crazy. Yeah, you're a little over. Just a little bit. Yeah, like, literally, like, you could boot up the game, have never done anything, and every single Pokemon is better odds than this. Also, thank you again to everyone for leaving a like on the stream. We're really close to 15 likes. Still hoping to get to 20 likes on the stream today, so if you haven't left a like, I would greatly appreciate it. And any new people here, if you haven't subbed, I would love to have you sub. Helps out a lot. Hopefully you guys like the content and want to stick around and see more of it. 3 years of a Rowlet next to their name, yeah. It's been a great 4 years, seriously. I really appreciate it, Cinder. I love having you here. You are an amazing member of the channel, and I really do appreciate all the support. I remember when Sun and Moon came out, I chose Litten for your second playthrough, and it was shiny. I didn't realize until the second trial. That's crazy, Ben. That's awesome. Just like randomly a shiny. Like, obviously it happens to people, but you never hear about it. 16 likes. Woo! Past the 15. Yeah, thank you guys for the likes on the stream. It really does help out, and I appreciate it. But yeah, Cinder, how's it been going? How are things? How's your Friday been? I had to make sure I swallowed the water correctly. I failed miserably at that earlier in the stream. Hey, 17 likes now. We're getting closer to the 20. Litton story reminds me that you're like always thinking of that really old screenshot of a Yahoo answer post for someone reset over a mudkip because they didn't know why it was purple. Honestly, though, like back then, there's a solid chance that just like a lot of people didn't know what shinies were, right? Like, really, you could almost say that now. I feel like Sun and Moon kind of changed that a little bit. I think way more people are aware of shiny Pokemon after Sun and Moon just kind of blew up the whole scene. But yeah, like, it's crazy. It's crazy thinking back that there were probably people who, if you didn't play Gold and Silver, you didn't know. Like, if you didn't play Gen 2, you didn't know about Red Gyarados. You didn't know, even if you did, you might not have known that that was like a thing any Pokemon could be. Probably the only epic thing you've pulled off in Pokemon, have terrible shiny luck, but somehow you were chosen that day. Everyone has their day, right? And Cordell J, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Happy Friday to you. 43. Still no shiny. Doing good yourself? I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. I'm excited. It's Friday. Obviously, Fridays are usually good going into the weekend. Yeah, and this Friday's special because it's a week away from the release of the Sinnoh remakes. I'm very excited for BDSP. Have my pre-orders in, prepping stream stuff. It's going to be a blast. I'm planning on like pulling an all-nighter or something when those games drop. Throwback to the week that started with the 109 encounter Suicune and then continued with their 223 encounter Rayquaza. Right, that was a crazy week for you. Totally random shiny Granbull, the same game 2 days later, and then with a 14 SOS encounter for shiny Grubbin. Everyone just has those moments, right? Like I've had like days and stuff and like weeks where I've just like cranked out shiny after shiny, and then we have things like this where I've been hunting this since like probably like very early in October. I don't even know when I would say, like October, like mid-October we've been hunting this Drifloon, and just here we are mid-November and still going for it, you know. Today you got a double shiny SOS EV. Oh, today you did, oh man, like 2 in a row or like 2 at the same time, because that's rough. And Shadow Kitsune, Anxious Christian raid, are we getting raided? Are we getting raided, guys? Christian, Mom, welcome to the stream, guys. Raid hype. Welcome, Raiders. How are you guys doing today? I believe Anxious Christian, I remember that. You raided Katie yesterday, like right after I did. I found a shiny Drifloon randomly, just checking Pokemon randomly. That's awesome. Pumpkin Kingston, welcome. Yeah, raid hype in chat, guys. Yeah, how was the stream, everyone? Welcome. And RC, welcome. How's it going? 2 at the same time. That's rough, Mitchie. That's rough. I'm sorry. That's like, it's so lucky it's unlucky, right? You're his mom. Well, happy to have you here. Anxious Christian, thank you for the raid, man. How was your stream today? I'm gonna grab your link real quick. Let's go find you here. Yeah, seriously, thank you for the raid. I really appreciate it. All right. There we go. Got your link. Let's get it posted in chat here for everyone from my channel to go see. But everyone coming in from the raid. Yo, King Boo, thank you for the membership. I appreciate that. Membership hype in chat as well. So much hype right now. But there's a link for everyone in my chat who's already here. Definitely go check out Anxious Christian. They didn't have to raid us, but they did, and I really do appreciate it. And everyone who came in from the raid, my name is Mindless Enigma. I do a lot of shiny hunts on that channel. Right now, this Drifloon's driving me insane because I have the shiny charm. I've done the KOs, and it's still gone past full odds. But if you like shiny hunts, particularly some of these really unlucky ones, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. And thank you to everyone who's left a like on the stream. We hit our like goal. We were trying to get to 20 likes today, and you guys have hit that for us. It was fun. Awesome. Just subscribe and like. I appreciate that. Yeah, so what were you streaming today, Christian? Speaking of BDSP, it brought some fantastic news for shiny hunters. I heard some stuff about it. I haven't heard specifics. Vanillix mentioned it and didn't want to like leak it and spoil it for some people, so I'm respecting that because that makes a lot of sense. I know there's probably some people who want to go in without spoilers and everything, so I'm definitely looking it up after stream. It sounds good. From what I've heard, it sounds good. How's your day going so far? It's been good. It's been really good so far. Points, I've set up some point stuff, like as far as like the Streamlabs points things. I haven't set up any commands for it, so I gotta work that out. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. 21 likes. Yes, thank you guys so much for getting us over our like goal. Would revealing the shiny locks be considered spoilers though? Oh! That's not spoilers, yeah. So from what I've heard, the only locks we're aware of right now are Mew and Jirachi, right? The box art legends and the starters are huntable right now, as far as I'm aware. As well, everything else. I gotta bounce. All right, see you later, Ben. Thanks for tuning into the stream. It was nice to have you here. Hope to see you again soon. Making them do homework now. All right, see you later, Christian Mom. Thank you for coming in as part of the raid. But yeah, so we've talked about the locks. I just know, I guess like some other like data mining stuff came out today as far as specifics on shiny hunting. But yeah, no, the news of there not being locks on the starters is fantastic. If nothing else. So yeah, and the fact that Dialga and Palkia being unlocked is like something I wouldn't have expected, honestly. At this point, I would just expect every like box art legend to be locked. Anything story related would be shiny locked, and I wouldn't be surprised. But the fact that they're not's fantastic. Because yeah, that's some good news. I'm thinking I'm still gonna catch them initially, just like as they are. I need them for my decks, and I'm going for the efficiency this time. I know I could do like a full odds hunt here or there, but I really want to see how many shinies I can get before Legends comes out. So I'm like just grinding real hard to get that charm, and that's going to involve like not catching or not doing some shiny hunts at first. David, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Haven't seen you in 4 years since you got a Trico. Trico was so long ago. Welcome back. Hope life's been treating you well. Happy to have you here again. Things have changed a little bit, but we're still doing shiny hunts. And stick around, but you gotta prep for your sleep block tomorrow. All right, see you later, man. Thank you again for the raid. Yeah, best of luck with your sleep block. I'll have to try to tune into that. Have a great stream. Good luck. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And yeah, have a good rest of your night. What shiny am I hunting for? Right now, we are going for Drifloon. We have just been very, very unlucky with it. We have the shiny charm. I've done the 500 KOs, and here we are, still like over 3 times over odds. It's one of the least lucky hunts I've had, especially in Sword and Shield. I don't think I've actually gone more than like 2 times over odds on a hunt in Sword and Shield before this. Wish you the best luck. Thank you, Pumpkin Kingston. I appreciate that. And also, King Boo, I totally missed your message. How's my day been going? My day's been going great. Thank you again for the membership. I appreciate that, man. Hopefully your day's been going well as well. Happy to have you here. In a sleep lock, do you sleep and somehow beat the game? You don't sleep and beat the game. I think sleep locks generally are Nuzlocks that one of the losing conditions is going to bed. So you have to beat it like in an all-nighter. Highly speculated that pre-order Manaphy Egg will be locked. No confirmation if it's locked on your save or if you can trade it to another game to bypass like Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Yeah, that's what I'm curious about too, Cinder, because I would be very surprised. I would be pleasantly surprised if it functioned like Diamond, Pearl, Platinum did. That would be amazing. I would love that, but I'm not sure if that's how it would end up working. You know, that'd be a little bit hopeful, I think. Yeah, because the egg, I'm not surprised is locked on your system. There's my thought as well is even I wonder if that egg will be tradable at all, because it is a special item. They might just say like, nah, you can't trade it this time. Like that's something they could totally do. But yeah, like, is it gonna be like, how's the egg gonna generate? Is it gonna be more like Sun and Moon, or is it gonna be more like Sword and Shield? Because Sword and Shield, once you obtain the egg, its stats are set, right? Like it sets its stats based off of, like it sets its stats and applies them to the egg, and that's what the Pokemon's going to be when it hatches, no matter who hatches it. It does all that math based off your trainer ID as soon as you receive the egg, whereas in Sun and Moon, the egg gets an ID when you take it in, like it gets its own like number, and then when it hatches, it does all the math comparing it to your trainer ID. So you can get an egg and do all the math and trade the egg to someone who has the right trainer ID or like secret ID or whatever it ends up being to make that egg shiny. If it works like that with Manaphy, I foresee a lot of people creating tons of fresh saves and getting the eggs early and moving them over. But I wouldn't be surprised to hear it's not doable. I might just like take a day at one point as a precaution and just like collect hundreds of eggs just to see. Do you do Pokemon Go or Pokemon cards or just the games? I used to play Go, but then everything shut down for a year and I moved to a place that's way less central to a lot of Pokemon stops or a lot of like Pokestops. Because before I could like hit some EX raid gyms from my apartment and like my office was a gym and stuff like that. So like I had some ways to play even if I wasn't able to go out a whole lot, but now, like, I'd have to, like, actually drive several miles away to find anything more than, like, a single stop. So I haven't played in a while. But I did play a lot in college. College was when I played the most Pokemon Go. There's a specific 2 Pokemon you want to mention so bad that haven't been huntable since Gen 4, and they're going to be shiny huntable again. Don't know if they'd be spoilers. I'm going to assume Darkrai and Shaman. I feel like we've seen the NPCs for those, so we knew those were in the game. And I'm going to assume that you saying 2 and we haven't been able to do since Gen 4 means those. I'm guessing. Just a shot in the dark. Yeah, I feel like BDSP's been people have been a lot more lenient on the spoiler side of things. In that perspective, I feel like a lot of people just don't want to watch gameplay, if anything, and are fine hearing some of this info. Those 2 exactly. Nice. That's awesome. That's actually really awesome. Yeah, those will be fun hunts. But yeah, no, I gotta... So, like, these are the kind of stuff that I want to figure out. Like, I need to figure that stuff out. I need to figure out, like, what Pokemon are required for the Dex, what Pokemon... Like, you know, what Pokemon are the Dex required for the Charm, and all that kind of stuff. I need to figure out version exclusives beyond the Legendaries. I know they announced the Legendary exclusives, but I want to figure out what specifically I need to look for in Shining Pearl that I'm not going to get in Brilliant Diamond and all that stuff. Love the hat. Thank you! It was a hat I wore for most of college. Some people at college just recognized me, like, as the Pokemon hat guy. Because I was, like, taller than everyone else and wore the same Pokemon hat literally every day. I have a popsicle that's shaped like a shark. That's awesome. It's awesome to see that 4 years later you're continuously catching shiny Pokemon. Wish you the best of luck. Thank you, David. It's awesome to see people from way back in the Trico days, like, show up in streams again. It's awesome. I miss having all you guys here. Those Trico streams were special. They had such high energy. It was awesome. As it stands right now, sad day for the people who hunt with methods. Shiny Charm currently appears to only work with eggs. Interesting. It's unknown whether or not that'll be fixed. Yeah, because there's a pretty big day 1 patch coming, but that's interesting. Yeah, that'll be very interesting, and I guess that kind of means, like, maybe I don't have to go as hard for the Charm? Maybe? See, this is the kind of stuff I need to figure out for my own, like, stuff. But yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah, because that could, like, be fixed in the day 1 patch. I guess we don't really know. Yeah, we'll have to see it there. Because, like I said, Vanillix mentioned earlier that he found some stuff about methods, or, like, a new method of some kind, so I want to see what that is. Because I was kind of wondering if we'd see a hideaway method and like Poke Radar return, which I kind of thought would be neat. But I know like Mel's done a lot of Poke Radar, and one of the things that she's talked about is she tried doing it in Gen 6, but it being in 3D just was so weird and it doesn't work as well. So I was wondering if, like, having the same camera angle would work better, or if, like, just the 3D in general is going to throw it off or something. Don't like to tell people you like Pokemon because most people think Pokemon's only for kids and stuff. Yeah, some people think that, but then, like, once you get older, it's like people just like what they like, and for the most part, like, yeah, they don't really care what other people like. It's just kind of, you know, you do you kind of thing, and, like, anyone who does, like, think, like, oh, why do you play that, is just, like, everyone kind of looks at, like, why do you care? Because I know, like, in middle school and high school, I'd, like, stop playing Pokemon. Mostly because my DS broke, but, like, because I was in middle school, I was like, oh, I don't want to be, like, playing a kid's game. You know, I didn't ever ask to get a new DS, so I was kind of like, oh, well. And you know, like, I graduated high school. I was like, I want to play Pokemon again. I bought a 3DS and played it, and met a whole bunch of other people who play it, and yeah, obviously that's just kind of what it is. I think Poke Radar has been confirmed. Really? If you recall correctly, Dow's video, he says the grass patches don't stop shaking, so you'll be able to have more time to see them more easily. That'll be actually kind of nice. That was the one thing I was horrific at when I tried doing it on Mel's system, was I kept looking away right when all the shaking would happen. Interesting. That'll make it a little bit easier. Can we see the setup? What do you mean by, like, setup? Like my desk and everything? I can try putting a picture on Discord after the stream. I can't move my camera. It's hard mounted. So I'd have to, like, take a picture with my phone or something. Because, like, my camera is, like, bolted onto my monitor stand. And if I take it off, it's going to mess up my monitors, which goes to show how fragile the setup is. Yeah, I can post a picture in Discord after the stream. I don't think I've posted any, like, new views of the setup since I put the new desk in. And since I moved, really. About Pokemon being a kid's thing, if people think you're weird for liking Pokemon and stuff, why do you care? Why do you care about the harmless thing that they're doing just because you think it's fun? Yeah. In reality, that's what it comes down to. But I was a middle schooler and a high schooler at one point, and I was a very, anxious and self-conscious teenager, and I think everyone goes through that phase, and it's just like, some people are able to push through it earlier. I was not. I just ended up being, like, in college and realizing everyone just kind of did their own thing at that point. Do I have Pokemon cards? Do I do Pokemon cards? I don't do them regularly. When Sun and Moon was out, I did it a little bit more just because I kind of got back into it. I used to do it a lot as a kid. I used to have a lot of them, but I stored them in a shoebox, despite my parents having a nice, like, binder for me to put my cards in. I just decided to put them all in a shoebox one day, stuffed it in a closet with the rest of my toys, and then the washing machine above it leaked and turned all of my cards into one giant, like, paper mache glob. So all of my, like, Gen 1 through Gen 3 cards are gone, which is kind of sad. So I started collecting some more cards again in Gen 7, just, like, for the heck of it. I think I made, like, 1 or 2 card box opening videos or something. And then I just kind of fell out of it again. It's been really hard to even think about getting back into it right now, just because of how insane everyone is about it, like all the scalpers and all that. So I haven't gotten into it with any of the Gen 8 stuff. Did for a bit in middle school, but nicely went back to Pokemon. More power to you there, Cinder. Yeah. For me, like, it just kind of ended up becoming a thing. It was like, I didn't care enough to get a new DS. And because I wasn't playing Pokemon, I didn't care enough about it to get a new DS, right? Like, because I didn't have a DS, I didn't care about Pokemon. Because I didn't care about Pokemon, I didn't have a DS. Basically what it came down to. I ended up getting my 3DS to play Smash with friends. As much as you all know I dislike Smash now, I'm just not a fighting game person. And then I ended up getting Alpha Sapphire, and here we are! Even in middle school, you were into Pokemon, but I think the only time in middle school I actually was playing Pokemon was 7th grade, and that was because it was a few months after X and Y came out. Got you. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I think, like, at the end of the day, I think a lot of people, like, I think everyone, like, either likes Pokemon or doesn't care about it, right? Like, either you like it or you're just like, whatever. Like, you just kind of accept that it's, like, a popular thing for everyone else. I want to do lives and stuff, but don't think anyone will join. You're self-conscious about your voice. I got you. I think, like, the advice I can give there is if you really want to do it, just, like, find a way to do it. I was super nervous for my first few, like, to the point that I'd, like, psych myself up before starting, but once I did start them, I really enjoyed them. But yeah, because, like, I remember I spent, like, a year going, I want to live stream something, and then I found, like, Pokemon would be great. And so I bought, like, a super cheap capture card to stream my GameCube and played some Gen 3 games on stream, and here we are 4 years later. But yeah, no, I totally get it. Like, there's stage fright, and then the self-conscious about your voice. I totally get that. I know, like, I hate listening to recordings of myself. I still cringe a little bit when I video edit. I think everyone's like that. It's just so weird that, like, our voice sounds different to us than it does to everyone else, But everyone has that. That's not uncommon. Like, you're the only person who thinks your voice sounds weird at the end of the day, right? Like, because you know your voice one way versus another. I like how don't stop talking so your stream doesn't get boring. I appreciate when chat is like nice and talkative like this. It helps out a lot. Sometimes I do end up stopping just because I run out of stuff to say. So that's why I always thank people for hanging out and talking in chat, because if you guys aren't here, boy oh boy is it hard to keep a conversation going with an empty chat. But yeah, I just like talking with everyone. It's fun. So you're playing X a bunch, bring your 3DS to school for Spot Pass stuff. Was Masuda hunting during charter bus rides for pen and all that stuff. Yeah, I did that a lot in college. You know, like waiting for a class to start, pulling it out, waiting for the professor to show up if he was late, doing shiny hunting, you know, eating, shiny hunting. You know, like that's basically just what I did. You have a Shuckle Pokemon card on the back of your 3DS. Nice. It makes your 3DS super powerful, right? Even convinced one of your friends at the time to get Pokemon Y, her first Pokemon game as far as you're aware. She played for like a month and hasn't picked up Pokemon since. I tried to convince my friend to play Fire Red on an emulator one time, and he like downloaded and went, "What is this?" Like, he just immediately gave up. Not that you care to be proven wrong about the assumptions, since you're not even friends with her anymore. Does pineapple belong on pizza? I don't like pineapple in general, so no. Starting to get close to 4,500 encounters. Hopefully you get the Drifloon before that. I really hope we do. Yeah, this Drifloon's taken a long time. I was kind of hopeful early in the stream. I was like, man, if we find it, I'm just going to end stream. That was 2 hours ago. We're eventually just going to end stream because it's stream end time. You own Pokemon cards. I want to show on your YouTube or your TikTok. But you think you're going to start doing that, or when you do more, you get new packs to open on video? I think that makes sense. I think like it's cool to show off some like really cool cards, but I think for the most part, a lot of people like seeing like the pack openings, because like even though like you're not the one opening the packs, you like watching someone else open them. You still get a little bit of the excitement, and like you get to be part of it, right? She got a rare gender Eevee named Cheesecake and then dipped. Oh man. So sad. Rip Cheesecake. Her potential was unknown. you had so much potential. Such a good name. And then just like never realized. How long have I been playing this game? Like on stream today, I've been going for about 2.5 hours. Usually I try to shiny hunt for 3 hours on stream 4 days a week. How long have I been playing Sword and Shield? I bought Sword and Shield on release night. I don't actually know how many hours I've put into them. It's probably around like 500-ish. I would assume, just given the number of streams I've done, but even that might be a little bit high. Next Pokemon's going to be the shiny one? I hope so. Favorite font? Most of my stream stuff's done in Poppins. Poppins like extra bold, italic. Aside from that, I don't know. I don't know what it's. Whatever one of my like text editors for like coding uses, and I'm not sure what that is. Cheesecake should have been returned to you. You deserve custody of her. Yeah, get back in touch with this person and ask them to send you their like Pokemon Y cartridge, assuming they still have it somewhere. What's my favorite Pokemon? Rowlet. Rowlet has been my favorite Pokemon since it was introduced. Before that, it was Ralts. My favorite shiny Pokemon is Milotic. What's your favorite Pokemon? Also, I want to say this. This is not something that I guess is usually like kind of thanked, but I want to thank everyone for just hanging in on the stream as long as you guys have. As far as like all you guys just chilling in chat for a super long time, I really do appreciate it. Like, it means a lot to see that like the average watch time is like incredibly high on this kind of thing, because it means like you guys are sticking around and hanging out, and like it's not like you're popping in and just being like, that's not great, and like leaving or something. Don't know what your favorite Pokemon is? That's fair. There's a lot to choose from. It's hard to pick a favorite. I can totally respect that. I feel like aside from like favorite Pokemon, I've definitely had to think about it a lot. Like I have it, like I can answer these questions super fast now. Probably Machamp. Machamp's a good choice. It's a classic, but I feel like it comes off like I have all these answers super prepared, like I'm super confident in them. Which at this point I am, but that confidence only comes from the fact that I've been so many people have asked, right? Like I've been asked so many times. It's like, oh yeah, this is my favorite. So like I can go into all of it, like favorite game, favorite region, favorite gen, all this stuff. I'm not saying like to stop asking. I'm totally fine answering it over and over again. Like I genuinely enjoy talking about it and everything. It's just funny that like I remember it probably took me a while to like think of these answers outside of Rowlet back in like 2017 when I started streaming. But it's like such a common like kind of icebreaker question that it's like I kind of know the answer now. I gotta say Shuckle has really been growing in you as a favorite. It's like such a simple but like unique design. It's pretty good. Survive the night. Progress on profile picture has gone nowhere. Dang. I feel that though. I'm not very artistically talented. Dorkly made you love Shuckle even more. What was Shuckle in from them? It was Dorkly made like Pokemon Rusty, right? Guessing we get the shiny at 4696. I don't know if we'll be able to check that one tonight, and I really hope we don't have to do any more checks on Monday. But I guess it's possible. We might. I don't know. We're going through these pretty fast. This is like the best area. This is like the best possible conditions for hunting Drifloon. Yeah, like this is the best possible conditions for hunting Drifloon. This is probably the biggest patch that it's in, so you can continuously run around and despawn anything that's left over on the far side. And then when it's 60% like this, like you're just constantly seeing tons of them. Like I don't even encounter all of them if I turn around, you know? Like, cause then I just end up going into the loop the other way. So it's like, I just gotta take time. Know how to color nicely, but drawing isn't what you do. That's fair. Everyone has their skills. I'm just completely bad with art things. I'm too much of a perfectionist to like actually like give it a try and get better, you know? What shunt store currently? I'm assuming you mean shinies? A good number, like 200 something. In Sword and Shield, I have Tapu Bulu, Tapu Fini, Ditto, Salazzle, Woobat, I believe. A Spheal, a Duskull, a Pumpkaboo, a Zigzagoon, a Linoon, and an Obstagoon. I got a good number. We can actually pull up. We can pull up the ones I have in Sword and Shield. I didn't want that menu. We can go to Pokemon and open it up. I haven't actually looked at them in a while. Because they're also kind of everywhere, right? Like that will lose shiny. That will lose shiny. The Salazzle's shiny, the Indeedee's shiny, Ditto's shiny, Swoobat's shiny. Anything else shiny here? Duskull shiny, Pumpkaboo shiny. None of these Grookys are. Yeah, none of these are. Is anything shiny here? I don't think so. I don't think any of these are shinies. This Spheal is shiny. And then aside from that, it's what else is shiny? Oh, this Regidrago is shiny. Then somewhere in here, we've got some other shinies. We've got a Tapu Koko or not Tapu Koko. We got a Tapu Bulu and a Tapu Fini somewhere. They're somewhere in here. It's all super disorganized. Then aside from that, I have around 200 shinies in Sun, and various shinies in Let's Go, various shinies in other games. Is it true that Shiny Ditto is blue? It is, yes. Instead of shinies, you want it to be shunts. That'd be painful. Because, like, shunts are, like, at least to me, they're like a racing thing where you get hit really hard, you get shunted, and that's painful. It's happened to me. I think your top favorites would be Rowlet, Eevee, Drapion, Shuckle, and Scyther. Good picks. Those are pretty good picks. Yeah, I actually have a whole video on, like, my shinies from Sun and Moon. Once my save hit 1,000 hours, I made a little bit of a video going over them. I've found more shinies since then, but like those are the main ones. That's like the majority of them, I would say. Most of the ones I've found since then, I either found on stream or they were like some duplicate things, I think. Or I posted like pictures on them in Discord or something like that. I should go through and like recatalog everything and be like, I found this many in this game and this many in this game, and just like super hardcore like count it all out. I think one of the coolest things about Pokemon is that pretty much every Pokemon's someone's favorite. It is really nice. That's such a nice thing. There's so many people that like Pokemon, and there's so many different Pokemon that, yes, everything is someone's favorite, right? Like, even if you might look at a Pokemon and go, that's like a clone of this Pokemon. It's like, well, someone saw this Pokemon before they saw the one it's a clone of, so like, this is their favorite. And you know, that is really cool. That is really cool. I don't think there's any Pokemon out there that's like unanimously disliked. Everyone's got a favorite. People have favorite memories with various Pokemon, and you know that sometimes it doesn't even come down to like their designs. It's just like they had a really good experience with something in their first playthrough, and it just stuck with them. Don't call them shunts if you search it up on Urban Dictionary. I tend to avoid searching stuff on there because, yeah, that's probably got a lot of really vulgar versions of definitions for things. What's your favorite real-life animal? Yours is a lion. Mine's probably an owl, which probably attributes to me liking Rowlet so much. Owls are really cool. You like turtles? Turtles are also cool. I almost said most Pokemon. Most animals are really cool. Yeah, we're getting really close to 4,500. I don't like this. Not at all. Dwevil's red chuckle in a rock. Ah! I'm gonna doubt on that one. I'm gonna have to doubt that. Own 4 baby turtles. They're like the size of a quarter. Oh, awesome! That's super cute. My sister had some turtles for a while. I don't know what happened to them. She might have like given them to someone else when she moved or something. I'm not sure. Nope, I can hear my cat meowing. She woke up. She must have woken up from her nap. She thinks it's food time now. It's time to scream. Time to try to get my attention. As is the way it goes. Do I have any commands? The 3 below me are the only ones I have right now. That's one thing I want to work on this weekend. Drew Ponage, welcome to the stream. Is this full odds? No, it is not. I have Charm. I've done the 500 KOs. Yeah, here we still are. Yeah, no, I've just been super unlucky on this one. But welcome to the stream, Drew. Yeah, so like I said, those are the only like exclamation mark Nightbot commands I have. And yeah, they're very limited, and they're also largely outdated. I need to update a lot of them. Yeah, we're gonna hit 4,500 if we don't find it before then. I wasn't sure if we'd actually get to that tonight. Trying to think of questions so you don't get bored. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Do you guys want to see my cat? She's being very needy, and if I don't let her in, you're gonna just start hearing her on the mic anyways, despite her being outside. Any favorite bands or songs? That is a very good question. Tried and true one of mine is Blink-182. Always like them. Hollywood Undead's good too. Solo artist wise, Demon Dice is pretty great. Sure. You want to see the cat? All right, I'll go get cat. Come on, cat. You've been requested. Come on. Your roly-poly died, Sorlo. No! Come on up. Cat. Adele, come on up. Do I have a TikTok? I do not, no. I have not made a TikTok. Oh, I have a cat in my lap. A Day to Remember of Mice and Men Asking Alexandria. Those are some of your favorites? Nice. Those are good ones. Do I have an OnlyFans? Not yet. Not yet. No. You wouldn't want me to. That's because of beta. No! That's so rude of them. Yep, I have cat now. I have cat. Adele, you came in here. You gotta say hello to stream. It's like she's like, put me down. Put me down. Meh, cat. Cinder caught it. Do I do raids after the lives? Yeah, I try to. Assuming chat's still kind of going, because sometimes, like, a lot of times people end up like needing to go before the end. But yeah, if we've got people hanging out in chat, we do raids at the end. New Bullet for My Valentine album is amazing. I'll have to check it out. You caught a Millstreet? Nice. What should you name the Millstreet? I don't know. What's the name of the cat? The cat's name is Adele. That was her name at the shelter, and I just decided to keep it. She's very vocal. Sings feed me all the time, so it's a very fitting name. A lot of times she just gets called Cat. She responds to Cat, so I call her Cat. It works until there's potentially a second cat. Love doing raids. Raids are so fun. It like keeps the energy going. It gives the viewers more things to see. It like gets streamers some deserved attention from some new viewers. It spreads subscribers. Absolutely. Gonna name it Cream Cake. Do it. But yeah. Now I've got a cat in my lap. Hi. A shiny Mew. A shiny Mew would be awesome. But I don't know when the last time we've been able to get a legit one of those is. Event or not. But yeah, for those who are new, Adele was on a previous stream. She was on our Halloween stream. There was a donation goal for it to be a costume stream, so I dressed up as Ash, and Adele dressed up as Pikachu. She was a really good sport about it. She stayed in the costume for like 15, 20 minutes, which is really the most you can ask of a cat. It's more than you can ask of a cat. What's my starter choice for BDSP? Piplup. So my plan with starter choice is in my main game that I'm going to be playing first, I'm going to choose Piplup, which will be in Brilliant Diamond. So in Shining Pearl, I'm going to start it, choose Chimchar, trade the Chimchar over to my Brilliant Diamond save, and then I'm going to start a new save again with Turtwig and play through that on Shining Pearl. That is my plan. You own a cat and a dog, and at first they didn't like each other, and they became friends. That's awesome. Chimchar's the best. I don't know why, like, fire type designs, fire starter designs just never really clicked with me until Scorbunny. Scorbunny's the first, like, is the first like fire type that I actually chose as my first playthrough. Because like my favorite starter wise going through all the gens have been Squirtle, Chikorita, Trico, Piplup, Snivy, Froakie, Rowlet, and then Scorbunny. Scorbunny is the first time I've chosen a fire starter in all of that. Adele is just aggressively kneading into my thigh and slamming her head into my chest. Typical cat things, you know. Ow. Really what she's doing is reminding me that I need to trim her claws. Litten is the best. Nah, you misspelled Rowlet, man. What was the shiny you're most hyped about? When I found it? Oh, man, that's a tough one. Because, like, I think that's a valid question. That's actually one I haven't been asked before. What's, like, the shiny I've been the most hyped to find? That's a tough one. Honestly, that's hard to say, because, like, I feel like different ones are really hyped for different reasons. The first shiny I ever found was a Ditto that I SOS'd for, and, like, that was the first shiny I found. That was a whole new experience, and it was amazing. Then, you know, there's stuff like my favorite shiny is Milotic, so getting that was great, but that really was just finding a Feebas and evolving it. Some legendaries have been fun. Trico was fun because that was like the first one I found on stream. Regice was just a relief to find because that one took 9,000 encounters despite being 1 in 1,300 odds. Tend to hate grass types, don't know why. It's just a preference. I get it. Because like I said, mine's kind of the same way with the fire types. It's not that I hate them. It's just that, like, they never end up being my favorites. I don't know why. Hashtag cheap Charmander forever. Charmander's good. But yeah, no, I think, like me saying I haven't picked a lot of the fire types isn't me saying I dislike them. Like, they're all really good designs. It's just, like, the ones I like the most out of them, right? Like, it's never like I'm choosing and it's like, oh, that design's terrible. It's just, I tend to have a favorite, you know? 1 through 8, it's Charmander, Cyndaquil, Torchic, Chimchar, Snivy, Froakie, Popplio, Scorbunny. I was totally expecting you to just list all the fire types, Drew. But I respect that. I respect those picks. You know what's in your team? Yeah, definitely Sorlo. I want an update on that. She really is just like, I tried rolling back to get the cat on frame, and then she looked away because she's like, why'd I move? See the game in the background on the TV? Yeah. I had other ideas for stuff to put up there, but I never got them to work, so that's just something to be up there. Just something to make the wall not blank. Love Primarina in Gen 7. Yeah, Primarina's got a cool design. You adore Primarina. When you Torracat evolved, you were a bit disappointed. I didn't like Incineroar. I'll be real, I have nothing against Dartrix, but I was very upset when I got my Dartrix because it meant I no longer had a Rowlet. Do I have a girlfriend? Yes, I actually do. Her name's Mel. She is one of the mods on the channel. Right now, she is in Japan. For work stuff. But yeah, she does some shiny hunting as well. She would usually do Poké Radar hunting in Gen 4. Ow! 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 That actually really hurt, cat. Yeah, she doesn't, yeah, my cat doesn't like to use a scratching post, or, like, she doesn't really scratch on the furniture either. She just doesn't, like scratching stuff, so I gotta, like, trim her nails, and I haven't recently. Is she into Pokemon? Yeah, she's into Pokemon. One of the first conversations we actually had was over this hat. Am I a Nuzlocker? I actually haven't ever done a Nuzlocker, and welcome to the stream, Bilal. How are you doing today? Bulbasaur is a cool design before it became Venusaur. Not a fan of Venusaur as the final design there. You were Team Litten for sure until they announced the final Evos, and you're like, lol, no one jump ship to Primarina. I think a lot of people did. A lot of people just didn't want another fire type to stand up on 2 legs. Cheerios, the Curlcombe, Lemonhead, the Galarian Slowpoke, Bonnie, the Reboot, Magikarp, the Magikarp, Flower, the Glossifer, Cream Cake, the Milcery. I have nothing in the box because things keep dying the way of the Nuzlocke. Cat keeps on playing with your charger. Aw. Trying to get your attention. Yeah, no, so, like, my cat's being super sweet right now. It's just really painful when she's like this. You know, like, you know, she's just getting comfy. She's just, like, kneading, but she's kneading into my thigh with her claws that are super sharp right now. So, like, I actually think it's the first thing I'm doing after stream is cutting them. And then one of the first things I'm doing tomorrow is going to go and try to find those, like, little rubber nail cover things, like claw covers. Ow. Sleep with your cat. My cat likes to sleep at the end of my bed. And in the mornings, she'll, like... In the mornings, once I'm trying to, like, snooze my alarm, she'll start sleeping on my chest to be like, hey, it's food time. Wake up. Oh, she's a kitten? Aw. Pokefarm actually made a variant of Incineroar that isn't a manly muscle cat. Quadrupedal 2. Ooh, interesting. Everything you ever loved died. The slogan of Nuzlocks. That's kind of the point, is like induce pain. Induce pain from loss. Does cat scream like the Yoshi's Island Flower Garden song? I don't know the song, but she screams like a banshee. My mom took care of her, so I went to a wedding this past weekend, and I have like an auto feeder that basically can feed her for about a day and a half, and I was gone for a little longer than that. So my mom came to check on her and feed her, and you know I was talking with her after. She's like, "Yeah, you know, I knew she was loud. Like my mom stayed here for a couple days waiting for like a closing on her house and stuff, and like I was like, I knew she was loud, but like one day when I came in, like I fed her, I played with her, and I left, and like when I closed the door, she started screaming, and like it was so loud that like." My mom, you know, thought the cat had, like, gotten hurt somehow. Like, she's like, I thought I slammed her tail on the door. I thought, like, she got her, like, twisted herself up and got stuck somewhere. No. She's just like, hey. But she just screams so loud when she does that. Broke with your girlfriend because she was taking too much time when you could have been shiny hunting. Hey, man, you gotta do what you gotta do. Magikarp is God. Up there with Bidoof, right? It's like, I feel bad, like, making my cat, like, stop, like, you know, doing her stuff to indicate that she's comfy, but, like, it hurts. Like, my leg's just gonna be, like, covered in little, like, red spots. You like the evolution of Magikarp? Gyarados is pretty cool. Hardest choices require the strongest of wills. Finishing BDSP fast would be nice and all, but what if you hunted a Shinx during the playthrough of it? You know? Yeah. Fair point. Yeah, I mean, like, if it's genuinely true that the charm doesn't affect, like, anything except for eggs, like... I'm not gonna do all of my hunts via eggs. Like, I may as well do some hunts in the middle then, if that's the case. Where do I live? I live in the US. That's about as specific as I usually get on stream. It's one of those things where I feel like if I get more specific intentionally, then I'll give away too much unintentionally, you know? So yeah, I live in the U.S. That's about what I say. Eastern part of the U.S. I live in the USA. Awesome. Shine Charm doesn't matter to you anyways. Fair point to you, Cinder. Fair point to you. Yeah, I'm thinking, like, I'm just kind of thinking out loud, I guess, as far as, like, I've been talking about, like, I want to get the charm as fast as possible, so I'm ignoring any kind of shiny hunting along the way, just because, like, I want that charm. If I have the charm, I can go back and hunt stuff faster and stuff like that, but It'll be interesting if that's what ends up being the case, that the charm doesn't affect anything else. I'd be surprised to hear it doesn't help on methods. From Louisiana? Cool. Yeah, we've got people from all over in stream. It's awesome. Nine people watching. Hope we get to 20. That'd be awesome if we could. Background music's kind of hype. Glad you like it. It'd be cool if we get to 20. We are wrapping up the stream here in a minute, though. We're just gonna go to 4,500, I think, because that'll be a rounder number to end on. And then we'll raid. So stick around. If we get to 20 people, that just means a bigger raid. So, yeah, we'd definitely appreciate more people here and everything. And hopefully you guys stick around for the raid, because we're gonna find someone. We're gonna have a hype raid. All right. But I do want to say again, thank you to all the people who've left a like on the stream, everyone hanging out in chat, everyone who's subbed, the new member, Cinder for the 41 months of membership. That's crazy. Thanks to Anxious Christian for the raid, all that good stuff. You know, all the thank yous. So stay until the raid. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. I always love like knowing there'll be people in the raid, because that's one of the things I get nervous about, is like if chat's a little quiet around now, and like if chat kind of starts getting quiet now, it's like, ooh, are people actually gonna stay for the raid? Because a lot of times what I'll notice is like the raid is like one person in me. I'm like, oh hey, which is fine. It's still a raid, but it's like it's always awesome when you can go in and just like boom, everyone's in chat. Last time you asked about your cat, you got the shiny. True. This is true. Gotta go in. All right, see you later, Sorlo. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the update on your Nuzlocke. Best of luck with it going forward. Man, I still got my cat in the lap. I think, yeah, last time you asked if my cat scratches. She doesn't really like scratch. I'll answer this question because I don't think I actually have. She doesn't like scratch like in the way that like attacking and like swatting at you with her claws out or anything. The most that she has scratched has been on accident. Like I said, her claws are a little bit sharp, just because she doesn't really use her scratching post, which is unfortunate because it means I have to do all that myself, like with a nail clipper. But she's just had her paw out, and I've moved my hand near her paw and scratched myself, like on her. Like that's the most that she's scratched me. Aside from that, it's been like, you know, when she's sitting there, you know, like it's like people say it, like making the biscuits, right? Like, you know, kind of kneading like they would into a blanket or a bed or something. She does it into my leg. It's very painful. Does your cat lick and lower your defense? Not usually. Occasionally, if my hand smells like food, she will. What's going to be my next live stream? Probably Monday. Same time, but it'll probably be on Monday. I'm going to be using the weekend to prep for BDSP stuff, and just in general, catching up on some other things I need to do, yard work, chores, laundry, all that good stuff, and probably doing some racing. So excited about Christmas, you just asked for money. Hey, it lets you get what you want. I respect it. Oh, we almost got hit by that dust skull. Did I actually bump up the encounter? I did not. There we go. What country do you mostly want to go to? I'd like to go to Japan right now, just because my girlfriend's over there, and I'd like to go see her. I also have another friend moving to Japan, so like, I could see a bunch of people if I went over there. Shiny before 4,500, I would love that. All right. Ooh, brilliant Drifloon. Is this gonna be? Nope. Dang it. Oh man, we're so close. Close to 4,500, right? Right? Ah, hopefully we can get it. We're close to the end. So close. One more encounter. One more encounter. It'd be insane if we found the shiny on the final encounter. Final one right here. And it wasn't shiny. So thank you guys so much for watching the stream. I appreciate it. Thank you to everyone that liked, everyone that subscribed. To King Boo PD for the membership, all that good stuff. Thank you to Anxious Christian for the raid. We're going to be doing a raid here as well, guys, so definitely go do the raid. Show them some love, show them some hype. I'll be back on Monday doing more Drifloon. Adele is also going to say goodbye. And yeah, guys, I'll see you on Monday. Until next time, take care.